Avery Singer is part of a generation of artists working today who have sought to create an art that is responsive to their digital age. One that uses the modes and aesthetics that technology affords them to create an art that is really for the present moment. Happening from 2014 is a seminal painting from a body of work that prominently featured in the artist's 2014-2015 solo exhibition, Avery Singer Pictures Punish Words at Kunsthalle Zurich, a show that represented a major breakthrough moment for the artist. Here you see 4 nude women wearing only heels and pointing and exclaiming at an easel, while a 5th figure lies or poses on the studio floor beneath them. The entire scene rendered in Singer's signature block-like style and grayscale palette. In Happening, Singer is adopting a subject matter long taken up in art history, dating back to the Renaissance, and one with a great deal of mythology around it, that of the artist's studio. In this way, she's following in a long lineage, from Rembrandt to Gustave Courbet's The Painter's Studio, Velázquez's Las Meninas, and through to more contemporary artists like Carrie, James Marshall. In Singer's version, of course, she's thwarting a lot of our assumed expectations. I think notably the role that women, and particularly nude women, have often played in these compositions. At the same time, Singer extends herself into another art historical dialogue, the word happening from the title taken from the performance pieces staged by artists of the Fluxus movement of the 1960s and 70s, like Alan Kaprow or Yoko Ono, artists whose practices took on a very different shape, but like Singer's have elements of absurdity, irreverence, and theatric construction. Singer's process of creation is itself important and really reflects how informed her practice is by technology. She digitally creates preliminary sketches of her scenes using a 3D modeling software called SketchUp, and then she projects these computer-generated sketches onto much larger canvases, using pencil and masking tape to delineate space. Never actually taking brush to canvas, Singer uses an airbrush tool to paint, achieving a surface that is sleek and almost digitally produced, and which shows no evidence of the artist's hand. Singer's complex spatial compositions, like Happening, teeter on abstraction at first glance, and then the more time you spend with them, the more they reveal themselves. Here, the legibility of the scene is further complicated by these shadows that are projected onto it, a device that Singer often employs in works from this period. Singer's painterly practice extends figurative painting into a digital generation, raising questions around how the digital information that surrounds us can materialize itself, and what the role of the artist is in this negotiation. And here, even more so, Singer takes on a subject matter with the weight of art history behind it, and does away with the romantic notion of the artist's studio as one with an easel, a nude model, and a gallery watching. Hers is one that is meticulous, but that spans media and is wholly reflective of her contemporary moment.
This is a painting that almost swallows you. You're enveloped by it, you're trapped by it. Inside this mysterious narrative that Ghenie has conjured, which is nevertheless deeply threatening and simultaneously and disconcertingly beautiful. Ghenie was born and raised in Romania under the tyrannical and despotic leadership of Nicolae Ceausescu. And Ghenie has drawn upon those experiences to reflect upon some of the myriad tragedies of the 20th century, with a specific focus on Nazi Germany. But from the very start of his career, Ghenie has been preoccupied by faces of power, by figures of power, and how that power can corrupt. Some of Ghenie's breakthrough works depicted figures such as Adolf Hitler with a custard pie taken to the face, combining Charlie Chaplin-style absurdism to reduce the power of these images. This work belongs to a series that he began in the mid-20-teens, and this is one of the last paintings inside it and really shows Ghenie at the absolute apex of his powers, both compositionally in terms of the series, but also in his handling of paint. Indeed, the sister painting to the present work, which is held in the collection of the Metropolitan Museum in New York, is titled Alpine Retreat and shares these mountains and this palette that we see here, which is cold rather than tropical. You see this extraordinary application of pigment, these deep reds and blues that tumble and cascade along the canvas, coalescing around this focal point in the center. You have this white band through the middle that bifurcates the canvas, as if the heavenly is above and the chaos of the earthly is below. We can infer that this is a Nazi officer on the run following the war in an effort to escape judgment. He's an object of some ridicule, his nose supplanted by a carrot, more snowman than boogeyman. And he's assailed from all sides by chaotic, whirling shapes that almost envelop the figure. It creates this centrifugal force around the painting, which has an almost gravitational energy and draws you into the composition. The figure is delineated by these chops of paint. They're rapidly applied, they are rough, they are bruising. Ghenie's assault on the figure is to reveal something essential about the nature of his subject and of humanity as a whole. Ghenie is a master technician. There is really no other contemporary painter today, to my mind, who steps up to him on that front. And it's our privilege to present a painting of this caliber to the market this spring.
Part of what's so alluring and engaging about Joan Mitchell is this crossroads of her incredible achievements as an artist and her extraordinary life. These 4 paintings show us the particular places, the landscapes, the moments, the music, the friends, the poems that make their way into her work. It's clear that her life was the center of her art, and she made her art the center of her life. We have the rare opportunity and privilege this spring season to bring 4 exceptional paintings by Joan Mitchell to auction, all coming from a single private collection. Each of these paintings was created during a key decade of her career, and each charts the development of her practice from the mid-1950s through to the late 1980s. You take, for example, the untitled painting from circa 1955. By this point, she's 30 years old. She already has the recognition of her peers, the critics, the dealers. She's getting written up in national press. 1955 is a pivotal year in which she's really developed a language specifically around landscape painting. And this would be a subject that would drive her work for the rest of her career. Equal to her exceptional brushstrokes in this painting is also her amazing sense of color. We see pink crimsons with mulberry purples and marine teals, and then at the center there's this blast of canary yellow. And even though there is an energy in this painting that conveys a sort of speed and spontaneity, every stroke is so intentional and so deliberate.
In 1968, Joan buys a sprawling 2-acre estate in the Vittoy countryside, about 35 miles from Paris. Vittoy becomes her Garden of Eden, and it's where the following year she paints the audacious and resplendent masterpiece titled Noon. This kaleidoscopic chorus of color is what makes Noon sing. The bright tangerines are balanced by navy blues, sunny yellows hang next to plains of verdant green, aquamarines, lilac, and red rose are daubed and whipped throughout. Noon is over 8 feet tall, so to stand in front of it is to be immersed within it. Mitchell's 1973 canvas is a wonderful example of how even on an intimate scale, she could bring the same caliber of energy. Within the 31 by 15-inch borders of the work, Joan demonstrates just how great of a painter she is. Her mark-making is in places thick and creamy and sweeping, and in others, it's feathery, curled, and dabbed. The same landscape that we saw in Noon is here, but now we're experiencing a perfect slice of it. This is Joan at the height of her impressionist moment, and ascendant in her ability to translate a beloved landscape and bring us into it with her.
Painted in 1989 during the final year of the artist's career, Ground is a brilliant masterpiece of Mitchell's late work, where she continues to paint with force and expressivity despite her ailing health. What is so interesting to me about these late works are the dual influences that inform her style. On the one hand, in her bold gestural abstraction, we see the influence of American abstract expressionist painters. At the same time, her work reflects a profound appreciation and understanding of the French Impressionist and Post-Impressionist painters. Gestural ribbons of color dance across the canvas in a balletic fashion. Mitchell employs her signature palette of blue, orange, black, and white, but these are tinged with lemon, apricot, rose, lavender, cerulean, and emerald, playing against an alabaster field that is the perfect ground color. Also, during these later years, Mitchell favored the diptych format, as she works to make the two panels connect in a harmonious way, both in terms of the hues and the calligraphic brushstrokes.
These 4 works show us Mitchell's lifelong commitment and dedication to painting. She was driven and had conviction with her practice her entire life, and she was absolutely brilliant at it.
The collaboration project of Warhol and Basquiat is definitely one of the most, if not the most important collaborative project of 2 artists. Untitled summarizes so much of their worlds. It is a testament of their collaboration. Untitled is one of the highly complex collaborations by Warhol and Basquiat. What is especially thrilling is how there's languages and there's elements intervene with each other. Basquiat is the one you would see first, with his stunning head in the center. But both artists have typical language in the work, like brandings, like logos, like zenith. They would usually not work at the same time on the canvas. There's some evidence they did it in some cases, and this could be one of the cases. But usually it would be like Warhol would start, and then Basquiat would kind of countering what Warhol has been creating before. It seems like that Warhol started with hand painting elements of a catcher glove, loafers, as well as tennis racket. The idea is sports. Basquiat counters with mask-like faces, flower-like vegetative forms. The sheer size of this canvas 10 by 13 feet gives them the possibility to spread out their symbols and signs in a way they did not do in the smaller formats. Here you see a work about consumer society. You have the price, what's the cheapest, what's the most expensive, and here the worlds collide in a way which is fascinating. Because Warhol, on the one hand side, saying that a great businessman can be a great artist, or great business is great art. On the other hand, you have Basquiat, who is taking a lot of his inspiration from the market, from the streets in Brooklyn, from the signage, with expressions like pesoneto, like the opposite of the capitalist society. In this dialogue they are having, they created a new language, a remixed language, which is a term today which is very understandable, but in the 80s it was very hard to understand. When Basquiat and Warhol started this collaboration, both of them were very established and respected artists. In 1982, they formally met for the first time at the factory of Andy Warhol, introduced by Bruno Bischofberger, and immediately Basquiat would create a double portrait, Dos Cabezas. Over the course of the next many months, they would become dear friends. I would say that there is always competition between artists, but in case of Basquiat and Warhol, they had a great friendship. It was all this collaboration with extreme respect. This painting to me is like a friend. I've seen it many times before, but I've really had the time to study during our exhibitions. This continues to give you so much, and each time you see it, you discover something new.
Sotheby's is offering this season from Stella, Ifafa, #1 from 1964. This belongs to a group of the Notches V picture, which exist only 9 of them. In 1964, Frank Stella is really at the forefront of what's happening in New York. At that time, the king of New York is the Willem de Kooning and Jackson Pollock and all those great Ibex pictures. And then you've got Andy Warhol and Jasper Jones and the pop movements. Frank Stella brings something which is completely new and fresh and radical. It's the birth of minimalism, a play on shapes and speed and design, on color, these different types of copper and bronzes, which are very industrial in a way, but also beautiful. He introduced a feeling which is also very much, for me, New York-like. I mean, all those lines of the buildings, the urban feeling, the very slickness of it, those shapes and the way those lines carries you and gives you the sense of speed and war and movement in general. We've seen in Europe other artists trying to paint representing speed and abstraction. If you think of Futurism, or if you think of Vasarely, for example, in France, which was also using complete abstract way of painting. But I think what Frank managed to execute and succeed to be completely abstract, but at the same time, we've got something which is completely minimalist and something which is very warm and beautiful. The picture was painted in 1964, bought in 1964, and it has been in the very same collection since. I think the first thing you see when you stand in front of a picture like this one is that it is immensely successful. There's no hesitation there, and I think this is always the test for a great work of art, is that immediately in front of it, there's nothing you would add or subtract. like you are looking exactly at actually what you want to see. That's rare. That's very rare.
Richard Diebenkorn's Ocean Park No. 126 from 1984 is one of the finest in the iconic Ocean Park series. It serves as a compelling testament to his groundbreaking shift in artistic expression, marking a transformative period when Diebenkorn transitioned from his earlier figurative style to a vibrant and complex abstract aesthetic. Diebenkorn's journey with the Ocean Park series began in 1967 when he moved to his Ocean Park Santa Monica studio. This coastal setting with its unique light instigated a radical shift in Diebenkorn's artistic approach, moving from figurative to abstract art. The Ocean Park series quickly became the cornerstone of his career as it showcased his unparalleled talent as a colorist and his distinctive abstract style. Ocean Park 126 is a prime example of Diebenkorn's artistic evolution. Monumentally scaled and architectonically composed, this painting reflects the artist's new, structurally inspired aesthetic. The canvas is alive with saturated hues, structured diagonals, and a nuanced palette of blues, oranges, and yellows. These elements not only highlight Diebenkorn's mastery of color, but also his ability to create layered, introspective compositions that draw the viewer into a world of light and geometry. Diebenkorn's artistic influences are deeply rooted in 20th century modernism. His knowledge of the works of Paul Cézanne, Henri Matisse, and Piet Mondrian clearly shaped his abstract aesthetic. Ocean Park No. 126 echoes Matisse's spatial compositions and Mondrian's grid-like structures, while still maintaining its own unique abstract vernacular. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Ocean Park series is the creation of a self-contained, chromatic universe within each painting. In Ocean Park No. 126, the layers of washes and delicate lines of paint build upon each other, creating a rich and complex surface that reflects Diebenkorn's meticulous process and sense of place. Ocean Park No. 126 is a testament to Richard Diebenkorn's genius as an artist. This work solidifies his reputation as one of the most influential painters of his generation, offering viewers a mesmerizing journey into a world bathed in light and pastel hues.
Lucio Fontana's Concetto Spaziale La Fine di Dio stands among the very best representations of Fontana's celebrated body of work. Executed in the pivotal year of '64, Concetto Spaziale La Fine di Dio belongs to a limited series of only 38 works, which today represent the very best examples and achievements of Lucio Fontana's incredible work. Following on the heels of the important generation of abstract expressionists working in the United States in the post-World War II era, Lucio Fontana questioned the validity of the picture plane, rupturing its very surface in order to push forward the boundaries of what it means to make an abstract painting in the 20th century. When abstract expressionists such as Jackson Pollock, Mark Rothko, and Barnett Newman painted their work in the wake of the devastation of the Second World War, it was the world events like the war that absolved these artists of the need to focus on representation. While the atomic bomb was the most important world event that essentially catapulted the careers and practice of this important generation of ABEX artists, it was man launching into space and the technological advent of a new dimension of space travel that influenced Lucio Fontana to make this sensational body of work. While Fontana made his first puncture in 1949 and continued to rupture the surface of the canvas throughout the course of the 50s, it wasn't until 1963, just 18 months after Yuri Gagarin went into space, and at the ripe age of 63, did Fontana embark on a series of Fina de Dio paintings. In this body of work, Fontana focused on the oval shape, this incredibly otherworldly, egg-like form that throughout the course of art history has come to represent a variety of different symbolic qualities, from fertility and birth to generation and regeneration. In Fontana's own words, the oval form and the puncture into the canvas was a way to access the void, the infinite, the inconceivable, something that couldn't be represented through classical figuration or even through the modes of abstract painting that were recurring in the decade prior. Fontana painted 38 Fina de Dio paintings between 1963 and 1964. These paintings, all executed within the same oval format in a variety of different monochromatic colors. Fontana painted only 4 of the Fina de Dio paintings in this blazing, vivid yellow, resembling the burning hot sensation of looking at a sun or a glimmering star in the cosmos. The surface of this painting, in its thickly worked areas of three-dimensional impasto and, of course, violent punctures, creates a jaggedness that recalls the irregularity of the lunar surface. Fontana continued to experiment throughout the course of this series with varying compositions, but it is in this work where he really fully achieves the intensity that he sought to accomplish with the Fina de Dio works by puncturing the surface in its entirety from edge to edge. La Fina de Dio comes from the celebrated Rachofsky collection in Dallas, where it has presided for the past 20 years. When the Rachofskys acquired the Fina de Dio painting, it was at a moment where Fontana was revered in Europe but had yet to establish the international renown that he has today. The Rachofskys were way ahead of their time, collecting post-war Italian art and weaving this important generation of artists into the grander art historical narrative and canon before collectors around the world really took notice. Today, more than 20 years later, the significance of this important generation of artists, particularly the Italians and especially Fontana, has been cemented in the course of 20th century art history. Of the 38 works from the series, particularly of the 4 executed in yellow, La Fina de Dio represents one of the very best examples remaining in private hands, and its appearance to market signals a phenomenal opportunity to acquire one of the very best icons of 20th century art history.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sotheby's New York. My name is Phyllis Coe, and I will be your auctioneer for the first of tonight's two evening sales, the Now Evening Auction, presented in partnership with the French couture house CELINE. Tonight's auction marks the sixth iteration of the Now Evening Auction in New York, which, as you know, showcases the most cutting-edge works by today's leading artists alongside the stars of tomorrow. Once again, the Now puts a spotlight on female artists who make up the majority of works on offer in this sale, from soaring canvases by Cecily Brown, who was recently the subject of an acclaimed survey at the Metropolitan Museum of Art here in New York, to Toyin, Ojih, Odutola's Representatives of State, to an ethereal landscape by Takako Yamaguchi, and many more. Further works by Carrie James Marshall, Jade Fadojutimi, Christina Quarles, and Lynette Yiadom-Boakye continue to showcase the breadth and range of artists working today who are featured in the Now. Before we begin, a few announcements. Please note that everything is sold under the authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. Buyer's premium and overhead premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered, and applicable sales tax will be due on the aggregate of the three figures as part of the total purchase price payable. Please note that the changes to our new global fee structure will not come into effect until May 20 and do not apply to this week's sales. Please refer to the online sale catalog for further information regarding lots with guarantees and irrevocable bids. And please also refer to our conditions of business for our full terms of sale. Lastly, please note, Lot 5 has been withdrawn. And with that, let's start then with Lot 1, Justin Caguiat. The Saint is never busy. We can start here straight in at 150, 160, 170, 250,000 first, 250,000 with Constanza, 300,000, thank you, 300,000, lady seated, 350, 350 already with Jackie Wachter, 350,000, 400 here first, in the room first, at 400,000 against both the phones, 420,000 back with Constanza, 420,000, 420,000, it's all on this side right now at $420,000, 450 just ahead of you, Max. 450,000 in the room at $450,000. Not yours, Constanza. Thank you. 480,000 with Max. 500,000, Gregoire at $500,000. At 500 already. At $500,000. At 500,000. At $500,000. Any interest after? 550, Ale, new place. Still on the phones with Ale Rossetti at 550. $550,000 at $550,000. At $550 now. At $550,000 with Ale at $550. Are we going on? At $550,000. Shall I sell? $600,000 with Vera now at $600,000. Not yours, Ale. It's with Vera at $600,000. At 600. At $600,000 with Vera Alemani now at $600,000. All the action on this side now. $650 with Ale at $650. Not giving up. At $650,000. It's against you, Vera. $700,000 with Vera now. Back with Vera at $700,000. At $700,000. What will you do, Ale? At $700,000. $700,000 holding with Vera. $750 with Ale. $750,000. At $750,000 now against you, Vera. At $750. With Alejandro Rossetti at $750,000. Shall I sell? At $750,000. Are we all through? It's with Ale still at $750. We've come this far. $780 with Greg. With Gregoire Billot now at $780,000. $780. Say 8, Ale. I have $780,000. At $780. At $780,000. Holding for just a moment. For Ale, it's with Greg at $780,000. Either of you can say 8. Or the room. $780,000. Shall I sell, Ale? Are we all through? At $780,000. $800,000. At $800,000. $800,000. Are we still going on? What will you say, Greg? At $800,000 now with Ale. At 800. Any interest further? We're at 800,000. $800,000. Will you say 820, please? I have 800 here. 820, thank you, Greg. 820. We'll go in 20s. 820,000 with Greg. $820,000. 820. 820,000. Valiant effort, thank you, Ale. 820,000 with Greg then. Are we still in there? $820,000. 820. Shall I sell, Vera? Signs of life? 820,000. I'm selling then to Greg. We're all through. And fair warning at 840,000 online. New bidder at $840,000. It's against you, Greg, at 840 now. 840,000. Surprise bidder online at $840,000. 840. Are we going on? 840,000. Am I selling? $840,000 with an online bidder still. It's not yours, Greg. It's yours for a few moments. Could be yours again. $840,000. Last chance, Greg. 840,000. Am I selling? I see you. 860, please. Will you ask for 860 on? Thank you. 860, thank you, Greg, at $860,000. 880 will come next, if you're still there. $860,000 with Greg again at $860,000. Not yours, online bidder. $860,000. At $860,000, I'll extend a few moments for you, the same courtesy. At $860,000, are we all through at $860? I'm selling then. At $860,000, that's yours, Greg. Fair warning. Sold, $860,000 to paddle 45. And just a sip of water. And we'll continue then with lot 2, the Njideka Akunyili Crosby thread. We can start here at 1,001,000, 1,200,000, 1,300,000 now, 1,400,000 against you, 1,400,000, 1,500,000, still ahead of you at 1,500,000. It's not yours, 1,500,000 is here, 1,500,000, 1,600,000, new place with Gregoire, 1,600,000, at 1,600,000. It's not in the room, it's with Gregoire on the phone at 1,600,000 now. At 1,600,000. At 1,600,000. Any interest after? Are you still in at 1,600,000? 1,600,000 is with Greg on the phone at $1,600,000. At 1,600,000. Any interest further? I'm selling then. At 1,600,000. 1,600,000. At 1,600,000, last chance. At 1,600,000, that's yours, Greg. Again, fair warning. Sold, 1,600,000 to paddle 36. Thank you. Lot 3, the Toyin, Ojih, Odutola, representatives of state. This work debuted as the centerpiece of the artist's pivotal 2017-18 exhibition at the Whitney, and we can open here to some interest already. I have $900,000, $950,000 already at $1 million with Alex Branchik at $1 million, already at $1 million. On the phone with Alex, I'm out at $1 million. At $1 million, it's with Alex at $1 million. $1 million even with Alex Branchik at $1 million. At $1 million. Any interest after? Holding with Alex Branchik. It's not yours in the room. It's on the phone again at $1 million. At $1 million. At $1 million, I see you. At $1 million, still with Alex at $1 million. And holding at $1 million. Still with you. 1,100,000, sorry Alex. 1,200,000 already with Charlotte. Charlotte Vandercook's bid now at 1,200,000 against both the gentlemen's phones. At 1,200,000. At 1,200,000. At 1,200,000. At 1,200,000. Any interest after? At 1,200,000 with Charlotte, 1,300,000. 1,300,000 now with Lucius Elliott, head of sale at 1,300,000. It's not yours, Charlotte, not yours, Alex. It's with Lucius at $1,300,000. At 1,300,000. At 1,300,000. Are we out, Charlotte? It's with Lucius at 1,300,000. You're not out. 1,400,000. Back with Charlotte now at $1,400,000. At 1,400,000. Not yours, Lucius. Now it is 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. It's against you, Charlotte. It's back with Lucius Elliott at 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. What do you say? At 1,500,000. 1,500,000. Shall I sell? Are you shaking your head, no, I shouldn't sell, or no, you're out? 1,550,000. $1,550,000. 1,550, thank you. 1,600,000 is next. 1,550,000, 1,600,000. Very little hesitation. Lucius Elliott at 1,600,000. At 1.6. At $1,600,000. It's with Lucius, and I'm selling at $1,600,000. She's hanging up. I think I'm selling. Fair warning then at 1.6. 1,600,000. Sold. 1,600,000. Paddle 15. Excuse me for a sip of water. In here, to interest, I have $380,000, $400,000 already at 420, 450,000 ahead of you, 480,000 still ahead of you, 500,000 then at $500,000, 500,000 with Ashcan. It's not yours, Webb. At $500,000, at $500,000, at 500,000 with Ashcan at 500. Any interest after? At 500,000. I see you at $500,000. 550 already. 550,000 with Emma Baker at $550,000. At 550,000. At 550. At $550,000. Can you try for 6? At $550,000 with Emma Baker. At 550. Thank you. At 600,000 with Courtney Kremers. At 600,000. It's against you, Emma. It's with Courtney now at $600,000. At 600. At 600,000 here. At 600,000. At $600,000. Are we going on after 600? Am I selling to Courtney at $600,000? At 600. 600,000. Discussions are being had at 600. Still in at $600,000. At 600. Shall I sell? At $600,000. Still with Courtney at 600. At 600 then. Are we all through then on this side at 600? You're out, Ashcan. I'm selling to Courtney's bidder then. 620,000. At $620,000 now with Emma. At 620 against you. 650. Thank you, Courtney. At 650,000. At 650. At 650. Now, truly, you said that last time. 650,000 here with Courtney at 650,000. Anything further after 650? Shall I sell then to Courtney's bidder at 650,000? The hands down at 650, and I'm selling. Fair warning at 650,000. Sold at 650,000 to paddle 8. Thank you, Courtney. Lot 5 has been withdrawn. Lot 6 is Tracey Emin, but you never wanted me. And we open here at $550,000, 650,000 already at 650,000. at 650,000. 700,000, thank you, at 700,000 already. At 700,000 with Jackie Wachter at 700. At $700,000 with Jackie's phone at 700,000. At 700. Any interest for after? We're at 700,000 with Jackie at 700. Shall I sell? To Jackie's bidder then at 700,000. Are we all through? At $700,000. 700. 720,000. 720,000, then we'll go in 20s at 720. Against you now, Jackie, at $720,000. With Danny at 720. 720, and holding with Danny's bidder at 720,000. I'm selling to Danny's bidder at $720,000. Fair warning at 720. Sold, 720,000 to Paddle. Seven. Lot 7, the much anticipated Carrie James Marshall, vignette number 6 from the artist's celebrated series of vignette paintings. And this work was included in his monumental international traveling survey, Carrie James Marshall, Painting and Other Stuff. And we can open here at $6 million straight in, at $6 million, at $6 million, at $6,100,000, $6,200,000 now ahead of you, $6,200,000, at $6,200,000, at $6,300,000, at $6,300,000, at $6,400,000, $6,500,000 already at $6,500,000, at $6,500,000 with David Galpin at $6,500,000, at 6.5, at $6,500,000. Any interest after? It's with David Galpin's phone at $6,500,000, at 6.5. And shall I sell at $6,500,000? $6,500,000, that's Galpin's then, at $6,500,000. Fair warning, it's yours, David. Sold, $6,500,000 to Paddle 56. Thank you. Lot 8, the George Condo Conversations. And we can open here at $2,100,000, $2,200,000 already, at $2,200,000, at $2,300,000, at $2,300,000, $2,400,000. It's here at $2,400,000, at $2,400,000, at $2,400,000. Thank you. At $2,500,000 already, at $2,500,000. It's not yours. It's with Constanza at $2,500,000. It's on the phone at $2,500,000, at $2,500,000. At $2,500,000. Any interest after? With $2,500,000 with Constanza's phone at $2,500,000. Because you said please. $2,550,000. $2,550,000 against you now. It's with Jackie at $2,550,000. At $2,550,000. Are we going on? At $2,550,000. 2.6 will be next, please. At $2,550,000 right now, with Jackie Wachter at $2,550,000. At $2,550,000. What do you say, Constanza? At $2,550,000. At $255,000. Holding for you. It's with Jackie. Will you say 2.6, or shall I sell? At $2,550,000. Are they sure? I'm selling then at $2,550,000 with Jackie Wachter. Fair warning. Sold. Paddle 41 at $2,550,000. Please thank them both. Lot 9 for the Adrian Ghenie, the uncle. We can open here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000 already at 1,800,000, 1,900,000 with James Sevier at 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, at 2 million now, at 2 million already ahead of you, at 2 million, 2,200,000 with James Sevier again, at 2,200,000 ahead of you, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, 2,400,000, new place already at 2,600,000. It's ahead of you both at 2,600,000. With James again at 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. All the action with James Sevier at 2,600,000. It's not yours. At 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. 2,600,000. You're all out at 2,600,000. Shall I sell? To James' phone at 2,600,000 then. Holding with James. You're sure. At $2,600,000. Fair warning. At 2,600,000. Sold. 2,600,000. Paddle 27. Thank you, James. Thank you all. Lot 10, the Lucy Bull, 1610. And we can open here at 400,000, 420, 450, 480,000 already straight in at $480,000. At 480,000. At 500,000, thank you, Costanza, at $500,000. At 500,000. At 550,000 with Jackie walked her first. It's not yours online. It's here on the phone at 550,000. 600,000 with Wendy at 600,000. Wendy's phone now at 650 online at 650. Was that 700? 700. Thank you, Alex Branchick at 700,000. 750. Serena Hildebrand at 750,000. Bids all over the place. 800,000, Alex Branchick at $800,000. At 800,000. 850,000, Carly's now. 850,000, everyone gets a turn at 850,000. 900,000 back with Wendy at $900,000. At 900,000. 950,000 back with Carly at $950,000. At 950. $1 million, thank you, Serena, at $1 million. At 1 million, at 1 million, at $1 million with Serena, 1,100,000 now with Carly, 1,100,000. It's against your phone bank mate, 1,200,000 with Wendy, at 1,200,000. At 1,200,000 with Wendy now. It was with Lucius first, just ahead of you at 1.3 at $1,300,000. At $1,300,000. Against all of you. With Lucius Elliott at $1,300,000. At $1,300,000. 1,400,000. With Carly now, Carly Gamson at $1,400,000. At $1,400,000. At 1.4. Against you, Lucius. Against you, Serena. Against you, Wendy. With Carly at $1,400,000 at 1.4. 1,400,000. 1,450,000, Lucius. 1,450,000. $1,450,000. 1.5 is next. $1,450,000. With Lucius Elliott. You're smiling too much, Serena. That makes me think you're going to cut the bid again. 1,450,000 with Lucius at 1,450,000. At 1,450,000. 1,450. Are we all through? 1,450,000 with Lucius Elliott. Shall I sell, Serena? Carly? You're still talking. $1,450,000. Holding with Lucius. Am I selling? At $1,450,000 then with Lucius Elliott. You're all through, and I'm selling at $1,450,000. Fair warning. Sold. 1,450,000 to paddle 17. Thank you so much. Lot 11, Jacqueline Humphries. Cat. We can open here. To interest already, I have $380,000, $400,000 already at $400,000. At $400,000 here in the book, with the absentee bidder at $400,000. With my bidder at $400,000. It's against the room, against you all. Thank you. I have 450 ahead of you with the absentee. Will you say 480? Thank you, sir. 480,000. 480,000 in the room at 480,000. I'm out now. At 480,000, gentleman's bid. At 480, it's against the phones at $480,000. At 480. At 480,000. I see you. At 480,000. It's here at 480. Are we going on? After $480,000. 480,000. It's not yours on the phone at 480,000. Not yours online either. It's in the room at $480,000. At 480. 480,000. Shall I sell? At $480,000. You're all through. Mixed signals. At $480,000. At 480. I feel like there's a relay going on. At 480,000, I'm selling then. At $480,000. We're all through at 480. You're sure? $480,000. Fair warning. Sold. 480,000 to paddle 2122. Thank you so much. Lot 12 for the Christina Quarles, cut to ribbons. We can open here at 480,000, 500,000 now at 500,000, at $550,000, at 550,000, at $550,000 ahead of you. It's not yours online. At 550,000, at 550,000, 550,000's here at 550. $550,000. Any interest after? We all through at $550,000 at 550. And you're sure at 550,000, 600,000 in the room at $600,000. Ladies bid now. Still ahead of you at $600,000. $600,000. Ladies bid at 600. Are we going on? Or am I selling? At $600,000 then? You're sure at 600,000. That's yours. Fair warning. Sold. 600,000 to paddle 2203. Thank you so much. Lot 13 for the Jade Fadojutimi, hip like a kaleidoscope Poe. And we can open here. To interest, I have already straight in at $400,000 with my absentee bidder at 400,000. What was that? You have 400? 450 is much better. Thank you, James. 450,000 at $450,000 with James Francis Fox. At 450,000. At 450,000 with James. 500. Thank you, Costanza. At 500,000. At 500 already. At 500. On the phone at 500. Any interest after? You're still in, James. 550 against both of you. 550,000 with the online bidders. At $550,000. At 550. At 550,000. Are you both out? $550,000. Shall I sell to the online bidder at 550,000? We all through. Are you still in, Constanza? 550,000's here. At 550,000. 550. I'm selling. At $550,000. Unless you go on at 550,000. At 550. 550,000. Going to hurry you now at 550. I'm selling to the online bidder at 550 unless you say 6. 550 then. Fair warning, last chance at 550. Sold. $550,000 to paddle 6 online. Thank you. Lot 14, the Avery Singer happening, and we can open here. We can open here to some interest. I have 2 million, 2,100,000 to 2, 2, 3, 2,000,004, 2,500,000 already with my absentee bidders at $2,500,000. At 2,500,000. At 2,500,000. 2,500,000 with my bidder. I can sell at 2,500,000 to the absentee unless you go on at 2,500,000. At 2,500,000. Any interest? Shall I sell then to my bidder at 2,500,000? The absentee bidder has it. 2,600,000. Thank you. At 2,600,000. 2,600,000 in the room at 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. At 2,600,000. Any interest after? We're at 2,600,000. My absentee is out. I'm selling to the ladies' bid at 2,600,000. Shall I sell then at 2,600,000? We're all through at 2,600,000. Thank you so much. Sold 2,600,000 to paddle 2203. Lot 15, the Cecily Brown Functure Hideaway. And we'll open here at 2,100,000, 2,200,000, 2,300,000, 2,400,000 already ahead of you at 2,400,000 with Lucius. 2,400,000, not yours, Kathleen. 2,800,000. 2,800,000 with Jackie. At 2,800,000. At 2,800,000 with Jackie Wachter at 2,800,000. At 2,800,000. At 2,800,000. Are you still in, Kathleen? At 2,800,000. 2,900,000. All right. 2,900,000 with Courtney now. It's against you, Jackie, at 2,900,000. At 2,900,000. Are you going on? Are you still in? At 2,900,000. It's with Courtney Kremers now at 2,900,000. Are we going on? After 2,900,000. It's with Courtney, not yours, Kathleen, at 2,900,000. At 2,900,000. 2,900,000. Any interest after? At 2,900,000. Shall I sell, Jackie? Are we all through? It's with Courtney at $2,900,000. At 2,900,000 with Courtney Kramer still. It's all on the phones at 2,900,000. At 2,900,000. Selling then to Courtney's bidder at $2,900,000. We're all through. You're sure. At 2,900,000. Fair warning, Jackie. Sold 2,900,000 to paddle 8. But thank all of you. Lot 16, the Jeffrey Gibson, always after now, making his evening sale debut tonight. Gibson, an artist of Cherokee and Choctaw heritage, currently representing the United States at the Venice Biennale. And we can open this at $100,000, $110,000, $120,000, at $120,000, at $120,000 already at $120,000, at $120,000 ahead of you. It's not yours online at $120,000, at $120,000. 120, 130,000 at 130,000. Still ahead of you at 130,000. Not yours online at $130,000. At 130. At 130,000. Are we going on after 130,000? $140,000. Still ahead at 140,000. At $140,000 now. At 140. It's against the room at 140,000. $140,000. At 140. Are we all through then? At 140,000, you're sure? At $140,000. Fair warning at 140,000. 140,000. Pass. Lot 17 for the Lisa Yuskavage, the Mound. We can open here at 480,000, 500,000 straight in at $500,000. At 500,000. At 500,000. At $500,000. At 500. 525? All right. 525,000. Untraditional, but I'll take it. 525,000. At 525,000. 550 is next. at $525,000, with Courtney at $525,000. At $525,000, I can sell at $525,000, unless you go on, at $525,000, and selling to Courtney then at $525,000. Fair warning, at $525,000, that's yours, Courtney. Sold, $525,000 to paddle 38. Lot 18, the Lynette Yiadom-Boakye, the last lot of the now. The secular readings, and we can open here at $550,000, straight in at $550,000, at $550,000, $600,000, at $600,000 now. I have $650 ahead of you, at $650 still ahead of you, at $650,000. At $700,000 now, at $700,000 with Constanza at $700,000. At $700,000. I'm out now at $700,000. At $700,000. Any interest after? All the action on this side at $700,000 with Constanza still at $700,000. At $700,000. Shall I sell at $700,000? We're all through at $700,000. I'm selling at $700,000. Sold $700,000 to paddle 3. Thank you so much for your attention. That concludes our now evening auction. Thank you so much to you for tuning in around the world, and especially to those of you who participated in the sale. Please enjoy a brief intermission before my colleague Oliver Barker takes the rostrum for our contemporary evening auction.
Part of what's so alluring and engaging about Joan Mitchell is this crossroads of her incredible achievements as an artist and her extraordinary life. These 4 paintings show us the particular places, the landscapes, the moments, the music, the friends, the poems that make their way into her work. It's clear that her life was the center of her art, and she made her art the center of her life. We have the rare opportunity and privilege this spring season to bring 4 exceptional paintings by Joan Mitchell to auction, all coming from a single private collection. Each of these paintings was created during a key decade of her career, and each charts the development of her practice from the mid-1950s through to the late 1980s. You take, for example, the untitled painting from circa 1955. By this point, she's 30 years old. She already has the recognition of her peers, the critics, the dealers. She's getting written up in national press. 1955 is a pivotal year in which she's really developed a language specifically around landscape painting. And this would be a subject that would drive her work for the rest of her career. Equal to her exceptional brushstrokes in this painting is also her amazing sense of color. We see pink crimsons with mulberry purples and marine teals, and then at the center there's this blast of canary yellow. And even though there is an energy in this painting that conveys a sort of speed and spontaneity, every stroke is so intentional and so deliberate.
In 1968, Joan buys a sprawling 2-acre estate in the Vitoy countryside, about 35 miles from Paris. Vitoy becomes her Garden of Eden, and it's where the following year she paints the audacious and resplendent masterpiece titled Noon. This kaleidoscopic chorus of color is what makes Noon sing. The bright tangerines are balanced by navy blues, sunny yellows hang next to plains of verdant green, aquamarines, lilac, and red rose are daubed and whipped throughout. Noon is over 8 feet tall, so to stand in front of it is to be immersed within it. Mitchell's 1973 canvas is a wonderful example of how even on an intimate scale, she could bring the same caliber of energy. Within the 31 by 15-inch borders of the work, Joan demonstrates just how great of a painter she is. Her mark-making is in places thick and creamy and sweeping, and in others, it's feathery, curled, and dabbed. The same landscape that we saw in Noon is here, but now we're experiencing a perfect slice of it. This is Joan at the height of her impressionist moment, and ascendant in her ability to translate a beloved landscape and bring us into it with her.
Painted in 1989 during the final year of the artist's career, Ground is a brilliant masterpiece of Mitchell's late work, where she continues to paint with force and expressivity despite her ailing health. What is so interesting to me about these late works are the dual influences that inform her style. On the one hand, in her bold gestural abstraction, we see the influence of American abstract expressionist painters. At the same time, her work reflects a profound appreciation and understanding of the French Impressionist and Post-Impressionist painters. Gestural ribbons of color dance across the canvas in a balletic fashion. Mitchell employs her signature palette of blue, orange, black, and white, but these are tinged with lemon, apricot, rose, lavender, cerulean, and emerald, playing against an alabaster field that is the perfect ground color. Also, during these later years, Mitchell favored the diptych format, as she works to make the two panels connect in a harmonious way, both in terms of the hues and the calligraphic brushstrokes.
These 4 works show us Mitchell's lifelong commitment and dedication to painting. She was driven and had conviction with her practice her entire life, and she was absolutely brilliant at it.
The collaboration project of Warhol and Basquiat is definitely one of the most, if not the most important collaborative project of 2 artists. Untitled summarizes so much of their worlds. It is a testament of their collaboration. Untitled is one of the highly complex collaborations by Warhol and Basquiat. What is especially thrilling is how there's languages and there's elements intervene with each other. Basquiat is the one you would see first, with his stunning head in the center. But both artists have typical language in the work, like brandings, like logos, like zenith. They would usually not work at the same time on the canvas. There's some evidence they did it in some cases, and this could be one of the cases. But usually it would be like Warhol would start, and then Basquiat would kind of countering what Warhol has been creating before. It seems like that Warhol started with hand painting elements of a catcher glove, loafers, as well as tennis racket. The idea is sports. Basquiat counters with mask-like faces, flower-like vegetative forms. The sheer size of this canvas, 10 by 13 feet, gives them the possibility to spread out their symbols and signs in a way they did not do in the smaller formats. Here you see a work about consumer society. You have the price, what's the cheapest, what's the most expensive, and here the worlds collide in a way which is fascinating. Because Warhol, on the one hand side, saying that a great businessman can be a great artist, or great business is great art. On the other hand, you have Basquiat, who is taking a lot of his inspiration from the market, from the streets in Brooklyn, from the signage, with expressions like pezzonetto, like the opposite of the capitalist society. In this dialogue they are having, they created a new language, a remix language, which is a term today which is very understandable, but in the 80s it was very hard to understand. When Basquiat and Warhol started this collaboration, both of them were very established and respected artists. In 1982, they formally met for the first time at the factory of Andy Warhol, introduced by Bruno Bischofberger, and immediately Basquiat would create a double portrait, Dos Cabezas. Over the course of the next many months, they would become dear friends. I would say that there is always competition between artists, but in case of Basquiat and Warhol, they had a great friendship. It was all this collaboration with extreme respect. This painting to me is like a friend. I've seen it many times before, but I've really had the time to study during our exhibitions. This continues to give you so much, and each time you see it, you discover something new.
Lucio Fontana's Concetto Spaziale La Fine di Dio stands among the very best representations of Fontana's celebrated body of work. Executed in the pivotal year of '64, Concetto Spaziale La Fine di Dio belongs to a limited series of only 38 works, which today represent the very best examples and achievements of Lucio Fontana's incredible work. Following on the heels of the important generation of abstract expressionists working in the United States in the post-World War II era, Lucio Fontana questioned the validity of the picture plane, rupturing its very surface in order to push forward the boundaries of what it means to make an abstract painting in the 20th century. When abstract expressionists such as Jackson Pollock, Mark Rothko, and Barnett Newman painted their work in the wake of the devastation of the Second World War, it was the world events like the war that absolved these artists of the need to focus on representation. While the atomic bomb was the most important world event that essentially catapulted the careers and practice of this important generation of ABEX artists, it was man launching into space and the technological advent of a new dimension of space travel that influenced Lucio Fontana to make this sensational body of work. While Fontana made his first puncture in 1949 and continued to rupture the surface of the canvas throughout the course of the 50s, it wasn't until 1963, just 18 months after Yuri Gagarin went into space and at the ripe age of 63, did Fontana embark on a series of Fine di Dio paintings. In this body of work, Fontana focused on the oval shape, this incredibly otherworldly, egg-like form that throughout the course of art history has come to represent a variety of different symbolic qualities, from fertility and birth to generation and regeneration. In Fontana's own words, the oval form and the puncture into the canvas was a way to access the void, the infinite, the inconceivable, something that couldn't be represented through classical figuration or even through the modes of abstract painting that were recurring in the decade prior. Fontana painted 38 Fina di Dio paintings between 1963 and 1964. These paintings, all executed within the same oval format in a variety of different monochromatic colors. Fontana painted only 4 of the Fina di Dio paintings in this blazing, vivid yellow, resembling the burning hot sensation of looking at a sun or a glimmering star in the cosmos. The surface of this painting, in its thickly worked areas of three-dimensional impasto and, of course, violent punctures, creates a jaggedness that recalls the irregularity of the lunar surface. Fontana continued to experiment throughout the course of this series with varying compositions, but it is in this work where he really fully achieves the intensity that he sought to accomplish with the Fina di Dio works.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to our second marquee sale of the evening here at Sotheby's in New York, presented in partnership with the French couture house CELINE. I'm Oliver Bark, and I'm delighted to be taking up the gavel from my colleague Phyllis Cow, who has just presided so brilliantly over the 6th New York Now sale. Tonight's contemporary sale features artworks which capture the seismic shifts that occurred in the post-war period and through into the latter half of the 20th century, with highlights including the first single-panel portrait of George Dyer by Francis Bacon to appear at auction in over a decade, the most significant collaboration painting by Andy Warhol and Warhol Basquiat to appear at auction in 10 years, 4 masterworks by Joan Mitchell, spanning nearly half a century, which make up the most significant group of works by the artist ever to appear at auction. And Lucio Fontana's Concetto Spaziale La Fine di Dio, emerging from the esteemed Reshkovsky collection in Dallas after more than 20 years residing in that prestigious collection. Before we begin, a few announcements. Please note that everything is sold under the authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. Buyer's premium and overhead premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered this evening, and applicable sales tax will be due on the aggregate of the 3 figures as part of the total price purchase payable. Please note that the changes to our new global fee structure will not come into effect until the 20th of May and do not apply to this week's sales. Please refer to the online sales catalogue for further information regarding lots with guarantees and irrevocable bids, and please refer to our conditions of business for our full terms of sale. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the main contemporary section here with Faith Rheingold, property from the collection of Stanley and Miki Vuitton, The Dinner at Gertrude Stein's, the French collection, part 2, number 10, from 1991. It's coming around on the easel for you here. In fact, it's not. It's on the screens even in front of you here, wherever you're watching in cyberspace or here at Sotheby's in York Avenue this evening. And there's a lot of interest, and I can start the bidding already here at $500,000, at $500,000, $550,000, $600,000, at $600,000, $650,000, now at $650,000, $700,000, at $750,000, $800,000 now, at $800,000. Alex, come in here at $800,000. It's already $800,000, $850,000's bid in the room. Thank you very much indeed, sir. At $850,000, gentlemen seated here. At $850,000 here, it's in the room, so with your bid at $850,000. at 850,000. Gentlemen seated here in the fourth aisle at 850,000. Want to come in, Emily? At $850,000. Any more now at 850,000. So your bid, sir, at $850,000. At 850,000. You bid it at $850,000. Any more at 850,000? 900,000 is bid now. At 900,000 is another bid online. 950 is bid. Thank you very much indeed. $1 million now. With David here at $1 million is David Galperin against you here, sir. Give me one. $1,100,000 now. $1,100,000. $1,200,000 is bid in another new place. So $1,200,000, and it's against you all. 3 people bidding here. At $1,200,000, it's with David Schrader and against you in the room, sir. At $1,200,000 with David Schrader here. Give me 3, sir. At $1,200,000, there it is. $1,250,000, sir. Yep, $1,250,000 is bid. At $1,250,000 and against you, David, at $1,250,000 here. For the Rheingold, first lot, at $1,250,000, it's your bid, sir. Here it is, at $1,250,000. And it's not yours, David, at $1,250,000, nor yours, David, on this side. Here in the room, sir, at $1,250,000. It's against the rest of the room at $1,250,000. At $1,250,000. David Rothschild, all the Davids tonight, at $1,250,000. You want to come in, sir, at $1,250,000, not yours. At $1,250,000. There it is in the room at $1,250,000. You heard it. It's there, sir, with you at $1,250,000. Thank you so much. And against you, David Rothschild. Against you, Alex, as well here at $1,250,000. You bidding? At $1,250,000. Fair warning here. It's in the room at $1,250,000. It's against you, Lisa. At $1,250,000. You coming in here? Sure? I had to try. And it's going to sell. Here it is in the room, the first lot, at $1,250,000. Thank you, sir. That's paddle number 2149. At $1,250,000. Thank you very much indeed. And lot number 102 is the next lot. Obviously, this time the David Hammonds, the untitled body print from 1970. Fabulous drawing here. Look at that. Wonderful, wonderful object. The grease and dry pigment on paperboard, as I mentioned, executed circa 1970. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $800,000 now, at $800,000, $850,000, $850,000, $900,000 now, at $900,000, at $900,000, $950,000, at $950,000 here, at $950,000 against you, Lulu, at $950,000. $1 million is bid at Sotheby's.com at $1 million now. At $1 million. Paddle number 29. It's against you, Lulu, here at $1 million. Nina, we coming in at $1 million. There it is at $1 million. Give me a bid. At $1 million. It's selling here at $1 million. And it's against you, Nina, at $1 million. There it is with the online bidder, number 29. At $1 million. I'm selling the lot at $1 million here. Against you, Alex, this time again. And Nina, I've seen a sign of life. $1,050,000. Thank you, Isabel. It's a new bidder now. Isabel Parkman from London at $1,050,000. And against you online now, $1,050,000. You want to go on? At $1,050,000. It's on the phone banks here to my right at Sotheby's at $1,100,000. It's bid. It's another new bid. With Nina at $1,100,000. Here it is on the telephone at $1,100,000. Looking for $1,150,000. Isabel, please. At $1,100,000. Or from you online at $1,100,000. It's here at $1,100,000. Nina's your bid at $1,100,000. Isabel, are we going to go on at 1-1? At $1,100,000. Here to my right at $1,100,000. Anybody coming in, sir? At $1,100,000. Still here at $1,100,000 and selling. Isabel, are we going to bid? At $1,100,000. Nina, it's yours and it's against you online. We're selling the lot. Fair warning here at $1,100,000. Thank you very much. It's sold. Can I have your paddle? 146. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. And we move on to lot number 103, property from a prominent European collection, the Christopher Wool. Very good timing, obviously, with a wonderful show downtown on Green Street. Here it is. Trouble the enamel on paper from 1990. Fabulous work. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $1,100,000, at $1,100,000, at $1,100,000, $1,200,000 now, $1,300,000. At $1,300,000 now. At $1,300,000. It's not yours here at $1,300,000. At $1,300,000, $1,400,000. $1,500,000. Thank you, sir. Up front. At $1,500,000. And against you here. So gentlemen's bid at $1,500,000. Against you, David, at $1,500,000. Here at $1,500,000. Any more at $1,500,000. We're selling the lot at 1.5. At $1,500,000. What a bid, madam? At $1,500,000. It's here, seated. I'm going to sell it. It's against you, Alex, here. Against you, Greg, as well. At 1,500,000. Otley, we're coming in at 1,500,000. 1,550,000. Where are you, madam? I have you now. 1,550,000. Thank you. Say 6, sir. Yes? 1,600,000. It's against you now, madam. At 1,600,000. Say 50. At 1,600,000. Gentleman in front. I need 50 from you, please. At 1,600,000. Here it is on this side at 1,600,000. Against you, Carly, too. It's 1,600,000. Take your time, madam. At 1,600,000. Gentleman here. Thank you for your patience, sir. At 1,600,000. Say 50, madam. At 1,600,000. She's still on the telephone there. At 1,600,000. I'm looking for 50. Still against you here on the telephone banks. Greg, why are you coming in, sir? At 1,600,000. At 1,600,000. We're selling the lot. It's here. Thank you very much, sir. It's against you in the third row. Fair warning. And 50. Thank you. 17. Give me 50. Another new bidder. There at 1,650,000. Straight back at you at 1,700,000. Give me 50, please. At 1,700,000. Here it is at $1,700,000. Say 50. 1,750,000. 1,800,000. Say one more. Up front again at 1,800,000. Looking for 50 from you, madam. You sure? At 1,800,000. It's here on the front row. I'm going to sell it. It's against you, madam. It's against you in the fourth row here as well. Thank you to all the bidders. And selling. Fair warning. It's your bid, sir. At 1,800,000. Thank you very much. With the hammer at 1,850,000. It's online. The power of online bidding. 1,850,000. Give me 9, sir, please. At 1,850,000. It's there. It was with the hammer at 1,850,000. Still with the online bidder. Can we try 80, sir? $1,860,000. This bid at 1,860,000. You're going to go online. At 1,860,000. It's the gentleman seated here. $1,860,000. Say one more. At 1,860,000. Here it is. And looking for 70 from you online. At 1,860,000. Fair warning to you. I'm going to sell it here in the room at York Avenue. 1,860,000. Thank you anyway. Fair warning. It's yours, sir. Selling to you. Thank you very much. And we move on to lot number 104. The beautiful Twombly painting here behind me. Property from a distinguished Italian collection. Of course, here it is, oil-based house painting, graphite on canvas from 1959. Quite rightly, some interest here in this fabulous object. And I want to start the bidding here at $3,200,000. At $3,200,000, $3,400,000 now, 3,400,000, $3,600,000. At $3,600,000, $3,800,000 is bid. Thank you, sir. At $3,800,000, $4 million. We're Lulu Creel here. At $4 million, and against you now, sir, at $4 million. Give me 2. At $4 million. Here it is on the telephone at $4 million. $4,200,000 from Alex Branchick. It's in another new place at $4,200,000. At $4,200,000. Try 5. At $4,200,000. Thank you, Alex. At $4,200,000 is yours, sir. At $4,200,000. Lulu, give me more. At $4,200,000 with Alex Branchick on this side of the room here at $4,200,000. $4,500,000. It's bid. Thank you so much. And against you now, Alex, at $4,500,000. I need 8 from you, sir. At $4,500,000. There it is at $4,500,000. You coming back in the room, sir? At $4,500,000. Don't be a stranger. $4,500,000. Any more? You bidding, sir? At $4,500,000. At $4,500,000. Here it is. Still with Lulu at $4,500,000. Against you, Alex. $4,600,000. It's in another new place. Bastian Leuter. Thank you, Bastian, representing our German offices in Europe. At $4,600,000. The battle of the telephone bid is all on this side at the moment at $4,600,000. 4,600,000. At $4,600,000. Thank you, Basti, at $4,600,000. And Lulu, not yours, at $4,600,000. Bidding, sir? At $4,600,000. It's still here, $4,600,000 against you, Lulu here, and against you, Alex, still at $4,600,000. All on this side. Give me a side at $4,600,000. $4,700,000. $4,800,000. Thank you, madam. It's nice to see you. $4,800,000. Lady seated here in the room at 4.8 million, dividing the two bidders on the telephones. A lady's bid right in the middle of the room. There it is. At 4.8 million. It's against you now, Basti. It's against you, Alex. The lady's bid here at $4,800,000. With you at 4.8. 4.9 million. It's bid. There it is at 4.9 million. You heard it. At 4,900,000. Thank you, Basti. At 4,900,000. Give me 5, madam. $5 million. Thank you. Basti, can we try 2, please? At $5 million. Ladies bid at $5 million. There it is at $5 million. And looking for 5 million too. 5 million one? No, I think it was getting ahead of ourselves there. It's a 5 million in the room. Can you correct the screens? Thank you so much. $5 million. Here it is. Basti, what are we going to do? 5 million. 5,200,000. 5 million too. Madam, will you say 5? 5,500,000. Want to say 4? 5 million 4? 5 million 6? 5 million 3. Okay, we'll take that at 5,300,000. Thank you. Next bid's going to be 4 then. At 5 million 3. 5 million 4. We're just doing it the other way around. You want to say 5, madam? At 5 million 4. Here it is at 5 million 4. 5 million 5, are we bidding? Is that a bid, madam? Can you show your hand, please, for me? At 5 million 4, it's on the telephones here. Still here, 5,400,000. I'll wait for your bid, madam, at 5 million 4. There it is. It's with my colleague on the telephone at 5 million 4. 5 million 5 now. Thank you so much. At 5,500,000. 5 million 6 now. Thank you, Basti. 5 million 6. At 5.6. And looking for 7, madam, from you at 5,600,000 here for this beautiful object, the 1959 Twombly, at 5,600,000. It's on the telephone still. It's a real discerning collector's object at 5,600,000. Say one more. 5.6. Here it is. Sure. It's your last chance at 5,600,000. It's just on my left still at 5,600,000. And looking for the bid from you, madam, at 5,600,000. It's cleared the telephones. It's you and this bidder here, 5,600,000. I'll take 50 at this stage. You saying 7, sir? $5,700,000 now. It's in another new place at 5,700,000. Thank you, sir. At 5,700,000. I need 8 from you, please, Basti. Gentlemen, 5,008,000 now. Sir, can we say 9? It's on my left still. Bastian Leuter of our German office is $5,800,000. I need 9, sir, from you. At 5,800,000. Here it is. Against you, madam, still. And you, sir, at 5,800,000. It's on my left here at 5,008,000. Still here, 5.8. 5,009,000. Thank you. At 5,900,000. Basti, it's against you again this time at 5,009,000. $6 million is bid. Thank you so much. At 6 million. Want to try 2, sir? At $6 million on my left here. Still on this side at $6 million now. It's against you in the rest of the room apart from you, sir. At $6 million. Give me 1. Still with Bastien's bid. 6 million 1. Thank you so much. At 6 million 1. Lucius, you're coming in at 6,100,000. No? It's still with the gentleman on this side of the room. 6 million 2 is bid this time at 6,200,000. Thank you, Basti. At 6,200,000. Against you this time, sir. At 6 million 2. Might take it at 6 million 3. Give me another one. At 6,200,000. It's worth a try, sir. At 6,200,000. I know you well enough. Yeah. 6,200,000. Thank you anyway. It's here on the telephones and against you, sir. I'm going to sell it this time. Bastien, congratulations. The 1959 Twombly penny is yours at 6.2. There it goes. Thank you very much indeed. Paddle number 152. Congratulations. And thank you all our bidders. Thank you. And 105 is going to be next. Here it is, the most significant collaboration painting by Jean-Michel Basquiat and Andy Warhol. To appear at auction in over a decade, a centerpiece indeed of the blockbuster retrospective of Warhol Basquiat, the Fondation Louvre Vuitton in Paris, and in the Brand Foundation, of course, here in New York City, coming to auction for the very first time in nearly 15 years. Here it is, the Untitled picture, fabulous thing, as viewed brilliantly in our galleries upstairs under that wonderful Blue Moon 1962 Calder sculpture we'll be selling here in these rooms on Wednesday night. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the bidding here at $11 million now, at $11 million, $12 million now, $12 million here. For the collaboration at $12 million, $13 million now, $13 million, $14 million now, at $14 million, 15 with Jackie Wachter at $15 million. Thank you very much indeed at $15 million. Here on my right with Jackie at $15 million now. Still with you, Jackie, at $15 million now. I'm waiting for another bidder at $15 million. Who's going to come in at $15 million now? At $15 million. At $15 million. Still with you, Jackie, at $15 million now. 16 million. Thank you, Gregoire. It's $16 million. Gregoire Bio's bidder at $16 million. With you, sir, it's $16 million now. At $16 million, $17 million is bid. Thank you, Jackie. It's $17 million. At $17 million. Any more? At $17 million. Still with Jackie, it's $17 million. There it is. It's 17. At $17 million. Jackie Wachter's bidder at $17 million. Thank you so much. It's $17 million. And against you, Gregoire, this time it's $17 million. For the collaboration, it's $17 million. You want to bid, sir? It's familiar territory for you, this one. At $17 million. How about it? At $17 million. Still here with Jackie and selling at $17 million. On this side, it's $17 million. It's still all over here, the bidding at $17 million. And I'm going to sell it. It's Jackie Wachter's bidder. Are you coming in, sir, in the middle? It's $17 million. How about it? At $17 million. At $17 million. Still here on my right at $17 million. Jackie, it's yours. Gregoire, what are we going to do? It's $17 million. At $17 million. Still with you, Jackie. Jackie Wachter from our Los Angeles office. Here she is, head of private sales on the West Coast at $17 million. Gregoire, fair warning to you, sir. At $17 million. I'm going to sell it this time. It's all on this side. It's against you here. It's Jackie's bidder, fair warning, and selling at $17 million. Thank you very much. Paddle 183, thank you. And lot number 106, property from an important American private collection, the David Hockney. There it is in all its splendor. Thank you so much. A bigger wave, indeed. The four-part canvas work here from 1989. In fact, signed, titled, and dated March 1989 on the reverse. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $6,200,000. At $6,200,000, $6,500,000 at $6,500,000, $6,800,000 at $6,800,000 now. $6,800,000, $7 million at $7 million. $7,200,000 with David here at $7,200,000. David Galprin's bid at $7,200,000. It's your bid, David. And I can sell at $7,200,000. Here it is, at $7,200,000. Your bid at $7,200,000. Anyone else? At $7,200,000. Still here at $7,200,000. You want to buy, sir? What about it? At $7,200,000. Here it is. It's on my right with David Galprin at $7,200,000. At $7,200,000. At $7,200,000. David, it's your bidder at $7,200,000. I'm going to sell it this time at $7,200,000. Still here. Do you want to come in, madam, at $7,200,000? It's selling ahead of you here. For the Hockney, the bigger wave here at 7.2. Want a bid, madam? At $7,200,000. Final warning and selling. David, it's yours at $7,200,000. Thank you very much. It's paddle number 105 at $7,200,000. Thank you. And here we are, lot number 107, of course, the 4 decades of Joan Mitchell, property from an esteemed private collection. This, the first of 4 lots by Joan Mitchell, all coming to auction from the same esteemed private collection and representing really the most significant selection of paintings by the artist ever to come to the market en masse like this. Their appearance follows several recent institutional milestones for Joan Mitchell, including the celebrated retrospective, of course, at the SF MoMA and the Baltimore Museum of Art, and the widely acclaimed Monet Mitchell exhibition of the Fondation Louis Vuitton in Paris. We start the group here in circa 1973, this time for the Untitled. The smallest of the 4 works, but by one of them with the most impact. Beautiful painting here, of course, and I'm starting the bidding at $700,000. $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, $1 million. Thank you, Constance. $1,100,000 in the room with your bid, madam, at $1,100,000. At $1,100,000, don't be a stranger. At $1,100,000, $1,200,000 with Wendy Lynn in a new place. $1,400,000, $1,500,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $1,500,000. You coming in again, madam? It's David's bidder at the moment at $1,500,000. At $1,500,000. Say another 1.6 with the lady. At $1,600,000. In the fourth row, familiar face at $1,600,000. There it is. And against you, Simon, at $1,600,000. Here at $1,600,000. Come in again at $1,600,000. Anyone else at $1,600,000? $1,700,000 is bid on the aisle at $1,700,000. New bidder. Thank you, sir. At $1,700,000. And against you, madam, at this point at $1,700,000. It's your bid, sir, at $1,700,000. At 1.7. Against you, Brooke, as well, at $1,700,000. At $1,700,000. Dave, you want to come in again? At $1,700,000. Here you are, sir. It's yours at $1,700,000. And against you, madam, are you out? At $1,700,000. At 1.7. Gentleman on the aisle here, $1,700,000. The fourth row, $1,700,000. At $1,700,000, $1,800,000. Thank you. $1,900,000. $2 million. It's ahead of you, sir. It's here at 2. I'll take one from you, though. At $2 million. With Lisa Dennison at $2 million. Want to give me one? At $2 million. Still with Lisa Dennison at $2 million. On my left here. Try one, sir. Great painting. At $2 million. Here it is. It's Lisa Dennison's bidder at $2 million. Say one. At $2 million, still on my left and against you on this side. There it is at $2 million still. Give me one more, sir, at $2 million. Sure? At $2 million, it's with Lisa Dennison on my left-hand side. It's clearing all your bids and selling to you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I'm going to sell it now at $2 million. Fair warning. Against you too, sir, at $2 million. Here it goes. Thank you. Lisa, it's yours. Congratulations. 104. Thank you. And 108 is next, of course, the Noon painting from circa 1969, the exceptional work painted, as I mentioned, around 1969, just after Mitchell's permanent move to Verteuil in France, where she settled on an estate incredibly close, of course, to the one occupied by Claude Monet. Her move to the French countryside saw her canvases become much larger, drawing direct inspiration from her natural environ, as brilliantly exemplified here. I say thank you very much indeed. Thank you. It's good to be working with you, sir, this evening. There is the painting hanging in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, in its resplendent glory. And I want to start here at $13 million now. $13 million, $13,500,000, $14 million now. At $14 million, $14,500,000. Thank you. At $14,500,000, $15 million. At $15 million now. $15,500,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $15,500,000. With you, David, at $15,500,000. $16 million now. At $16 million. $16,500,000. Is back with David at $16,500,000. At $16,500,000. It's against you, David. It's against you, Jen. At $16,500,000. Still with David Schrader on this side at $16,500,000. Jane, give me 17, please. $16,500,000. At $16,500,000. There it is. At $16,500,000. Thank you, David. At $16,500,000. Against you, madam, here as well. At $16,500,000. At $16,500,000. $17 million. It's in a new place. Thank you, madam. Nice to see you. At $17 million. It's your bid here at $17 million. $18 million. $17,500,000. Sorry, I take it here at $17,500,000. Give me 18, please. At $17,500,000. It's here at $17,500,000. And against you, madam, this time at $17,500,000. Give me 18, please. At $17,500,000. 18 is bid in a new place. Give me 5. $18,500,000. $19 million now. It's in 3 places at $19 million. It's with the lady here at $19 million. Thank you, madam, at $19 million. And I'm looking for 5 from either of you at $19 million. Lucius, it's against you here. Madam, want to give me 5? At $19 million. There it is. At $19 million. Just on the aisle. Just off the aisle, in fact. Thank you, madam. At $19 million. It's your bid at $19 million. Any more at $19 million. Ladies' bid at $19 million. Try one more, madam. At $19 million. 19 million. Let's try 5, please. At $19 million. At 90. Okay, I'll take it. At $19,100,000. Thank you very much. At $19,100,000. 19.5. Can we try 8, please? At $19,500,000. Ladies bid here at $19,500,000. Give me 8, please. At $19,500,000. Ladies bid in the room at $19,500,000. Looking for 8. At 20 million. Thank you so much. That's very kind. At 20 million. Want to say 5, madam? 20,500,000. There it is. At 20,500,000. I need 21 from you, please, at 20,500,000. At $20,500,000. Here it is, 20,500,000. I'll take 8 from you, madam. Beautiful thing, at 20,500,000. Sure? No regrets. Here it is, at 20,500,000. Fabulous object. It's the lady's bid at $20,500,000. Are we selling it? At 20,500,000. It's here. It's selling in the room. It's against you, Lucius. Against you, Lisa. It's against you, madam, here as well. And this side. Multiple bidders. It's with the lady here. And I'm selling it here. Last chance. At $20,500,000. Madam, it's yours. Thank you very much. 2139. Congratulations. Thank you. Wonderful picture. Thank you very much indeed, madam. And we move on, of course. 2 more of these wonderful Mitchells. This time it is the ground painting, the double panel 1989 picture, of course. Many of these wonderful works shown at the LVMH Louis Vuitton Foundation in Paris. Spectacular works, wonderful scale, of course. Here we go. We're going to start the bidding here at $6 million now. At $6 million. $6,500,000 at $6,500,000. $7 million. At $7 million now. At $7 million. $7,500,000 here. At $7,500,000. $8 million. Thank you, Alejandro. It's your bid at $8 million now. To my left here at $8 million. And I can sell. Are you bidding, madam, at $8 million? It's here at $8 million. Alejandro Rossetti at $8 million now. $8,500,000. Thank you, Brooke, at $8,500,000. It's in another new place here for the Mitchells at $8,500,000. With Brooke Lampley at $8,500,000. And I need 9, please, from you, Alejandro. At $8,500,000. Here with Brooke at $8,500,000 and against you, David Rothschild, and the room at $8,500,000. At $8,500,000. You bidding, sir, further back? At $8,500,000. Do you want to come in at 8.5? At $8,500,000. Here it is on this side at $8,500,000. I'm selling it here. Fair warning to you, sir. With Brooke Lampley. Brooke, it's yours at $8,500,000 against you, Greg, as well. And I'm selling it here. Fair warning to you all. The hammer is up. And selling at $8,500,000. Thank you very much indeed, Brooke. It's panel number 187. And lot number 110 is the last of the Mitchells, of course. This one circa 1955. Really fabulous painting, of course. This one, wonderful scale, great colouring, hugely expressive. This is the New York period painting, and I'm going to start the bidding here at $6 million now. It's $6 million. $6,500,000 now. It's $6,500,000. $7 million. At $7 million now. It's $7 million. $7,500,000. At $7,500,000. $8 million now. With Elizabeth Webb at $8 million here. It's on my left at $8 million now. With you, Elizabeth, at $8 million. And you bidding, madam, in the room at $8 million. At $8 million here. Here on my left at $8 million. At $8 million. You coming in at $8 million. $8,500,000. Thank you very much indeed, Gregoire. At $8,500,000. It's your bid, sir, at $8,500,000. 8.5. Still on my right at $8,500,000. Against you, Elizabeth, at $8,500,000. It's here with Greg at 8.5. Give me 9, please. At $8,500,000. Thank you so much, Greg. It's with you. And it's against you now, Elizabeth, at $8,500,000 for the 55 painting. You just connecting? TikTok or WhatsApp at $8,500,000? One of the two. At $8,500,000. We'll just pause for a second, just while we have the communication issues on this side. At $8,500,000. Still on my right, $8,500,000. At $8,500,000. Elizabeth? Morse code, you want to try this time? At $8,500,000. Still with Greg, are we going to let it go? It's at $8,500,000. Fair warning. Greg, I'm selling it to you now for $8,500,000. Thank you, Elizabeth. Sir, yours. At paddle number 131, thank you very much indeed. At $8,500,000. That concludes the wonderful group of Joan Mitchells, and we move, of course, on to the Agnes Martin, the early picture here from 1959, fabulously important, large-scale work here by Agnes Martin, widely exhibited. Earth 2 from 1959, property from a prestigious European collection. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $2,200,000, at $2,300,000, at $2,300,000, $2,400,000, $2,500,000. Thank you very much indeed, madam, at $2,500,000 now. At $2,500,000, at $2,600,000 now. 2,600,000. Give me a bit. 2,600,000. 2,700,000. Here in the room at 2,700,000. Ladies bid at $2,700,000 now. At 2,700,000. Ladies seated at 2,700,000. You're coming in, Sarah. 2,700,000. Selling the work here at 2,700,000. In the fourth row at 2,700,000. The ladies bid at 2,700,000. Barmaid, you coming in? At $2,700,000. Against you, sir. It's in the room at 2,700,000. Ladies bid again at 2,700,000. Thank you so much. Constanza, you bidding? At 2,700,000. No, it's here in the room at 2,700,000. I'm going to sell it here at $2,700,000. Fair warning. It's here for you, madam, at $2,700,000. Thank you very much. It's paddle number 2173. Congratulations. And lot number 112. The Finitidio, Jose, thank you very much. Showing to my right, your left as you look in front of the room here, the wonderful Concerto Spaziale La Fine di Dio, a seminal work from Fontana's era-defining series from the 1960s, painted in vivid cadmium yellow. Only 2 examples in yellow from this series have ever been offered at auction, including the work being offered this evening, indeed in London, over 20 years ago. From the collection of Cindy and Howard Ryszowski, passionate collectors, visionaries, and philanthropists of the highest order, whose invaluable support has completely transformed the artistic landscape of their hometown, Dallas, and beyond. And of course, they took a great deal of time to select this very specific picture. It's a wonderful example, fabulous color, wonderful condition as well, from 1964. And I'm going to start here without further ado at $17 million for the Finitidio at $17 million, $17,500,000, $18 million now, $18 million, $18,500,000 at $18,500,000, $19 million, $19,500,000. Thank you, David, at $19,500,000. It's with you at $19,500,000. Here on the telephone in front of me on my left at $19,500,000, at $19,500,000. Still with David at $19,500,000, and of course selling here at $19,500,000. With you, sir, at $19,500,000 for the Fontana at $19,500,000. With you at $19,500,000. $19,700,000 is bid in the room. It's in a new place at $19,700,000. At $19,700,000, we have a new bidder at $19,700,000 now. Do you want to round it off at $19,700,000? Try 20. Still at $19,700,000. It's the room's bidder at $19,700,000. Selling, of course, at $19,700,000. Anybody else at $19,700,000? Madam, do you want to bid again at $19,700,000? You seem to be on a roll this evening at $19,700,000. At $19,700,000, here it is. It's in the room at $19,700,000. I'm going to sell it, and it's against you here, David, at $19,700,000. Fair warning now. I'm selling it here at $19,700,000. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And selling for the Finitidio at $19,700,000. There it goes. Thank you very much indeed. That's paddle 2029. And lot number 113, very exciting moment in the sale. We have Ifafa 1, the metallic powder in polymer emulsion on canvas with the much missed, dearly lamented Frank Stella, executed in 1964, and indeed only ever in one distinguished private collection ever since 1964, acquired that very year by the current owner. One of only 9 monumental works that make up the revolutionary Notched V series. Examples from this body of work are extraordinarily rare to find and rare to market. Testifying to the work's significance, its sister painting, Ifafa 2, is indeed in the Kunstmuseum in Basel. This fabulous painting, it's looked absolutely wonderful in our galleries upstairs. And I'm going to start the bidding here. At $12 million now, at $12 million for the Stella at $12 million, at $12,500,000. At $12,500,000, $13 million. At $13 million now. At $13 million for the Stella at $13 million, $14 million. At $14 million now. At $14 million. At $14 million. Bids with Greg at $14 million. At $14 million. Thank you very much indeed, at $14 million here. With you at $14 million. Here on this side at $14 million. At $14 million. On this side at $14 million. Any more at $14 million. On the telephone here, it's selling at $14 million. On my right at $14 million. At $14 million. Any more at $14 million. It's with you, sir, at $14 million, and I can sell the picture at $14 million here for the Stella. Anybody else at $14 million? You're coming in, sir, at $14 million. Here on this side at $14 million now. Come in at $14 million. Against you there at $14 million. Anyone else at $14 million? At $14 million for the Stella at $14 million. Any more? At $14 million. On this side, here it is at $14 million. We're going to sell it at $14 million. Want to come in, sir, at $14 million on this side at $14 million. Here it is. I'm selling the work at $14 million. Want a bid? At $14 million. Fair warning, it's on this side at $14 million now. Against you here, and it's against you on this side at $14 million. There it is at $14 million. Show me your paddle at $14 million. Gregoire, it's yours at $14 million. I'm going to sell it to you. Lulu, are we coming in? At $14 million. Fair warning. Gregoire, selling it to you. Last chance at $14 million. Thank you very much indeed. Paddle number 107 at $14 million. And lot number 114 is next. The first of the works, or the only work indeed, by Gerhard Richter, the Abstractist Bill from 1990. Numbered 7301 on the reverse, property of a private European collection, indeed acquired in 1991 from the famous Anthony Doffey and Gerhard Richter Mirrors exhibition in London from 1990. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $3,400,000, at $3,400,000, $3,500,000 now, $3,500,000, $3,600,000 now, at $3,600,000, at $3,600,000, $3,700,000, at $3,700,000 now, $3,700,000. At $3,700,000. At $3,700,000. At $3,700,000. Want to come in? $3,800,000. Thank you, Gregoire. At $3,800,000. It's with you, sir, at $3,800,000. And selling at $3,800,000. It's with Gregoire Bio here at $3,800,000. On this side at $3,800,000. Anyone else at $3,800,000? Against you here. It's with Gregoire. I can sell the work at $3,800,000. It's with you, sir, at $3,800,000. I'm selling it here. Fair warning at $3,800,000. James, will be coming in at $3,800,000. At $3,800,000. Gregoire, thank you so much. It's with you at $3,800,000. Against you further back. Selling it here. Gregoire's bidder at $3,800,000. Thank you, Greg. It's paddle number 108. Thank you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the Francis Bacon, the portrait of George Dyer crouching, property from an important private collector, lot number 115. The first in a critical cycle of 10 monumental portraits of Dyer created between 1966 and 1968. This one, the first single panel portrait of George Dyer to appear at auction in more than a decade. Acquired directly from Marlborough Gallery in 1970, this powerful work has never been offered on the market since, having remained in the same family collection for more than 50 years. Exhibited in Bacon's watershed exhibition at the Grand Palais in Paris in 1971, and of course most recently as the centerpiece of Francis Bacon's Man and Beast at the Royal Academy of Arts in London in 2022. It's showing here, Jose, thank you very much indeed, on the right hand side to me, on your left hand side again. And I want to start the bidding here at $22 million now, $22 million, $22,500,000, at $22,500,000, $23 million now, at $23 million, at $23,500,000, at $23,500,000, at $23,500,000, $24 million, at $24 million now. $24,500,000. Bid on the telephone with Camilla Bertini at $24,500,000. On my right to $24,500,000. Thank you, Camilla, at $24,500,000. Here on the telephone with you at $24,500,000. I can sell at $24,500,000. At $24,500,000. There it is. It's with Camilla at $24,500,000. Against you on the telephones on this side. At $24,500,000. You coming in here at $24,500,000. At $24,500,000. Still on the telephone, it's Camilla's bidder. Here it is at $24,500,000. Anyone else? At $24,500,000. Against you, James, here. For the Bacon, the George Dyer panel. Not seen in over 50 years. At $24,500,000. It's your bid, Camilla, at $24,500,000. I'm going to sell it here for the bacon at $24,500,000. It's here on my right. Thank you very much indeed. Last chance. The hammer is up at $24,500,000. Camilla, it's yours. Thank you very much indeed. It's panel number 181. Lot number 116 is next. Property from a prominent collector, the Jean-Michel Basquiat title from 1981, showing on the easel here. Please note the work is accompanied by a certificate of authenticity issued by the Authenticity Committee of the estate of Jean-Michel Basquiat. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $5 million now. $5 million, $5,500,000, $6 million now. $6,500,000 is your bid, sir. $7 million now against you. Give me 5. At $7 million, give me 5, sir. You were at 6.5 before. The bid was here at 7. I need 5 from you, sir. At $7 million now. Give me another one at $7 million. Want to say 5? At $7 million. $7,100,000. It's in another new place. I'll take 2 from you, sir. At $7,100,000. With Gregoire Billot at $7,100,000. And against you, David Galperin there at $7 million. Want to try 2, sir? At $7 million. It's on the telephone here against you. At $7,100,000. Still with you, Greg? At $7,100,000 here on my right, at 7-1. Anybody else at $7,100,000? At $7,100,000. Against you there too, at 7-1. It's Gregoire's bidder at $7,100,000. It's with you, sir. David, are we going to go on at 7-1? At $7,100,000. It's against you all on this side. I'm going to sell it over here. Gregoire, it's your bidder. Fair warning at $7,100,000. You out, sir? Yes? It's with you, Greg. So, thank you. Panel number 133 for $7,100,000. And 117 is next. Property of a prestigious European collection, this time the Andy Warhol Carrot from 1961, the early painting. Here it is. Very striking, attractive image here on my right-hand side. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $4,400,000, at $4,400,000, $4,500,000. You saying 5? Yep. $5 million? $4,500,000. Okay, I'll take that. At $4,500,000, I'll take it here at $4,500,000. Thank you, Barney, at $4,500,000. So your bid at $4,500,000. I can sell at $4,500,000. Anybody else? Isabella, we're coming in at $4,500,000. At $4,500,000. Still with you. Thank you, Barney, at $4,500,000. You coming in at $4,500,000. It's a selling bid here on my left at $4,500,000 here. So on my left at $4,500,000. Fair warning to you at 4.5. At $4,500,000, I'm going to sell at $4,500,000. Thank you so much. Fair warning now at $4,500,000. It's against you there on the 4th row. At $4,500,000 and selling to Barmy. Last chance at $4,500,000. Thank you, Barmy. It's paddle number 190. And lot number 118 is next. Is the Richard Diebenkorn, the Ocean Park number 126. Showing behind me here. Thank you very much indeed. There it is. Painted in 1984, this stands among the finest examples of Diebenkorn's iconic Ocean Park series, the artist's final body of work. Befitting their importance, examples from the series reside in more than 45 museums worldwide. Spectacular example, there it is. Showing behind me, wonderful thing from 1984, signed with the artist's initials, dated 84, and equally signed, titled and dated 1984. On the reverse, Ocean Park number 126, and I want to start the bidding at $13 million now. $13 million. At $13 million. $13 million. $13,500,000. At $13,500,000. $14 million now. At $14 million. At $14 million. $14 million. $14,500,000. At $14,500,000. At $14,500,000. Any more? $14,500,000. At $14,500,000. At $14,500,000. Coming in at $14,500,000. At $14,500,000. Anyone else? At $14,500,000. At $14,500,000. It's not yours. At $14,500,000. At $14,500,000. $14,800,000. At $14,800,000. At $14,800,000. Fair warning. Last chance now. At $14,800,000. It's against you here. At $14,800,000. Say one more. At $14,800,000. $14,800,000. Not yours still. $14,800,000. At $14,800,000. David. It's here at $14,800,000. Say 15, sir. At $14,800,000. At $14 million. Give me another one. At $14 million. At $14,800,000. We'll say one more, sir. $14,800,000. Yeah, at $14 million. Last chance now. Fair warning. At $14,800,000. There's a pass at $14,800,000. And lot number 119 is next. Is the Andy Warhol of The Last Supper, another work from Andy Warhol, property from a private American collection, of course, stamped with the artist's signature, acrylic and silk screen ink on canvas, of course, from 1986 here. The late work, and I'm starting the bidding here at $4 million now. $4,200,000, $4,500,000 now. $4,500,000, $4,800,000. At $4,800,000. 4.8. At $4,800,000 now. At $4,800,000 for the Warhol at $4,800,000. At $4,800,000. Any more? $5 million now. Thank you very much indeed. James Sevier, $5 million. Here it is, against you in the room at $5 million. It's there at $5 million. It's still with you at $5 million here on my right-hand side at $5 million. Thank you, James. It's yours here at $5 million. With James Sevier, I'm selling the picture of $5 million. There it is. With you, James, at $5 million. Fair warning. Last chance. It's selling to you for $5 million. Thank you, James. It's panel number 128. And lot number 120 is next. It's the first of the two Wayne Thibaults, The Suckers, from 1970. And I want to start the bidding here at $950,000. So $950,000, $1 million, $1,100,000, $1,200,000 now, $1,300,000. Thank you, David, at $1,300,000. It's on this side here at $1,300,000. And selling at $1,300,000. It's to my left at $1,300,000. David Schrader's bidder at $1,300,000. Any more? Fair warning, last chance at $1,300,000. Thank you, David. It's yours at $1,300,000. Can I see your number, please? Panel number 263. Thank you very much. And lot number 122 is a further work by Wayne Thibault, this time The Watermelon and Knife from 1989. And I want to start the bidding here at $800,000, $800,000, $850,000, $900,000, $900,000, $950,000. At $950,000, $1 million with Fergus Stuff. Thank you. $1,100,000. Thank you. Gregoire's bidder at $1,100,000. Fergus, give me another one at $1,100,000. Try two, sir. At $1,100,000. Here it is. With Greg at $1,100,000 is your bid, sir, and against you, Fergus, at $1,100,000. You want to say two, please? At $1,100,000. Still with you, Greg? 1, 2, are you saying? 50. In the room at $1,150,000. I'll take it from you, madam, at $1,150,000 whilst he makes his mind up at $1,150,000. Fergus, do you want to say two, sir? At $1,150,000, yes? Yeah. $1,200,000. Give me 50. Here at $1,200,000. Thank you so much. At $1,200,000. Want to say 50? At $1,200,000. Thank you. It's Fergus Stuff's bidder. I'm going to sell it here. It's against you there behind in the red cardigan at $1,200,000. Last chance at $1,200,000. Thank you so much. Fergus, it's yours at $1,200,000. Thank you very much. Panel number 179. Lot number 123 is next. Is the Ellsworth Kelly property from an important private collection sold to benefit a charitable foundation. The yellow relief with white from 2011. Here it is. Fabulous large scale. All on canvas on two joined panels. And I'm starting the bidding here at $900,000, at $950,000, $1 million, at $1 million, $1,100,000, $1,200,000. Thank you, Gregoire, at $1,200,000. At $1,200,000. With Gregoire Billot here on my right at $1,200,000. Against you, Lisa, at 1,200,000. Come in at $1,300,000. It's not yours at $1,200,000. $1,250,000 is bid. At $1,250,000. Still here with Lisa at $1,250,000. It's not yours, Greg. At $1,250,000. I'm going to say another one at $1,250,000. at 1,250,000. Fair warning, I'm selling it here. Thank you, Lisa, for 1,250,000. Thank you. 138. Paddle number 138. Thank you so much. And lot number 124 is the Keith Haring acrylic on canvas from 1986. Please note the work is accompanied by a certificate of authenticity issued by the Authentication Committee of the estate of Keith Haring. The fabulous work here, Dancing Figures, January 22nd, 1986. And I want to start the bidding at $3 million now. $3 million, $3,200,000, $3,400,000, $3,600,000 now, $3,600,000, $3,800,000. At $3 million, $4 million now. Thank you. Gregoire, $4 million. So your bid, sir, at $4 million. And selling at $4 million on this side. At $4 million here. With Gregoire Bio at $4 million on my right. At $4 million. Anyone else at $4 million? Still with you, Greg. And selling at $4 million. Last chance at $4 million. Greg, yours. Thank you very much. Paddle number 102. Lot number 125 is another work here by Jean Michel Basquiat, The Campaign from 1984, property of an esteemed European collection. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $6 million now. $6 million, $6,500,000, $7 million now. $7 million. At $7 million, $7,500,000. At $7,500,000, $8 million now. With Jackie Wachter again at $8 million. On my right-hand side and selling here at $8 million. Thank you, Jackie. It's here, $8,500,000. It's in a new place. With Wendy Lynn, $8,500,000. Thank you so much at $8,500,000. At $8,500,000. Wendy, it's still with you. At $8,500,000. It's against you, Jackie. At $8,500,000. Jackie, say another one, please. At $8,500,000. It's Wendy's bidder at $8,500,000. It's against you, Gregoire, still. At $8,500,000. Anyone else at $8,500,000? At $8,500,000. Wendy, it's your bid. I'm going to sell it at $8,500,000. Jackie, last chance now. At $8,500,000. Fair warning against the room. At $8,500,000. Wendy, with you. Last chance, Greg. You coming in? Still here at $8,500,000. At $8,500,000. It's Wendy's bidder at $8,500,000. Gregoire, give me another bid at $8,500,000. $8,500,000. You want to say 9? At $8,500,000, still with the window. I have to hurry you now. At $8,500,000. I'm selling it here. Thank you so much. At $8,500,000. You out, sir? Gregoire, what do you want to do? Are we going to bid? No? I'm selling it then to Wendy at $8,500,000. The hammer is up. The final warning here at $8,500,000. Thank you, Wendy. There it is. Paddle number 142 at $8,500,000. And we move on, of course, to lot number 126 is the Roy Lichtenstein, The Woman Reading from 1980. And we start the bidding here with some interest in the room. I think it's $4 million now. $4 million, $4,200,000, $4,200,000, $4,500,000, $4,500,000 now. 4.5 at $4,500,000. At $4,500,000. Any more? $4,500,000. At $4,500,000. Against you there. $4,500,000. At $4,500,000. At $4,500,000. Carrie, you're going to come in at $4,500,000. You want to say another one at $4,500,000. Any more? $4,500,000. $4,600,000 now. At $4,600,000. Against you here at $4,600,000. At $4,600,000. You want to say 7? At $4,600,000. Against you too, sir. At $4,600,000. Say another one at $4,600,000. Yeah, at $4,600,000. Say another one at $4,600,000. At $4,600,000. Wendy, we're going to come in at $4,600,000. Against you there, give me 7. At $4,600,000. Try another one at $4,600,000. Just might take it at $4,600,000. At $4,600,000. Coming in, Carly? At $4,600,000. Anyone else? Give me 7. At $4,600,000. Carly. One short step. I'll take 50. At $4,600,000. No? At $4,600,000. Fair warning now. At $4,600,000. Against your here. Last chance. At $4,600,000. Is a pass at $4,600,000. And 127 is the Ed Ruscha, The Christ Candle, Of course, property from the Emily Fisher Landau collection and Era Defined, the very last lot from this esteemed collection. There it is, shown behind me. And I can start the bidding here at $1,400,000, at $1,400,000, $1,500,000, $1,600,000 now, $1,600,000. At $1,600,000, $1,700,000, $1,800,000. Thank you, Max. At $1,800,000. With you, Max Moore. And selling at $1,800,000. On my left here, at $1,800,000. There it is. Max Moore's bidder at $1,800,000 for the Roucher, the Christ candle. I can sell, of course, at $1,800,000. With you, Max. And here we go, $1,800,000 against you, Alex Branchik, at $1,800,000, and Nicole at $1,800,000. I'm selling it here. Fair warning at $1,800,000. Thank you, sir. It's paddle number 123 at $1,800,000. And we move on, of course, to the wonderful Warhol 48-inch flower from 1967, the acrylic silk screening and graphite on canvas, property from a distinguished private collection. Wonderful picture. The late 4-foot flowers looking fantastic again upstairs with the collaboration, of course, the large Condo from 1962. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $5 million here for the Warhol at $5 million. $5 million, $5,500,000 at $5,500,000. $6 million at $6 million here for the flowers. $6 million, $6,500,000 at $6,500,000. $7 million now. It's on the telephone with Camilla Bertini at $7 million now. At $7 million. On my right on the telephone here, it's $7 million. At $7 million. Still here, it's $7 million. Anyone else? It's $7 million now. At $7 million, $7,250,000. It's in the room now. It's $7,250,000. It's a lady's bid. It's $7,250,000. Here it is at $7,250,000. It's a lady's bid. Your bid, madam. Thank you very much indeed. At $7,500,000 now. At $7,500,000. Give me $750,000. At $7,500,000, this fabulous painting at $7,500,000. At $7,500,000. At $7,500,000. Still here on my telephone on my right-hand side. At $7,500,000. Take your time. $7,750,000 is bid. At $7,750,000 now. At $7,750,000. Ladies bid in the room here at $7,750,000. Here it is, madam. It's yours at $8 million now. At $8 million now. At 8, give me 250 at $8 million. $8,250,000. Thank you. At $8,250,000. It's back with the lady again at $8,250,000. Lady seated here at $8,500,000. At $8,500,000. At $8,500,000. At $8,500,000. $8,750,000. Here at $8,750,000. Against you, Camilla, this time at $8,750,000. $8,750,000 on my left-hand side. $9 million now. At $9 million. It's back on the telephone, madam, at $9 million. I'll take $250,000 from you, though. At $9 million. Give me $250,000. It's here at $9 million. $9,250,000 is bid. Thank you very much indeed. At $9,250,000. At $9,250,000. Lady seated again here at $9,250,000. At $9,250,000. There it is, at $9,250,000. Still at $9,250,000 and against you, Camilla. It's the lady's bid here at $9,250,000. Thank you so much. At $9,250,000. $9,250,000. Lady seated here at $9,250,000. There it is, $9,250,000. Against you there at $9,250,000. In the room still, with the lady waiting for you at $9,250,000. We're selling it here at $9,250,000. The hammer is coming up at $9,250,000. It's the lady's bid. I'm going to sell it. Fair warning now. It's in the room and selling $9,300,000. 9.3. I'll give you the same extension of time, madam, at 9,000,003. Give me 4. At 9,000,003. 9,500,000. Thank you. At 9,500,000. At 9,500,000. Against you, Camilla, this time. Lady seated again at 9,500,000. Thank you, madam, at 9,500,000. At 9.5, it's in the room still. Are we selling it here, Camilla? Against you this time at $9,500,000. And looking to sell it here in the room at 9.5. at $9,500,000 with it, lady who's been incredibly patient. Thank you, madam, at $9,500,000. And the hammer is up. I have to give you due warning here at $9,500,000. Are you out? At $9,500,000. Selling here. Fair warning, the hammer is up. Are you out? Yes? Quickly. At $9,500,000. Yes? And selling. Madam, thank you for your patience. Sold to you. Thank you very much. It's paddle number 2172. Congratulations. Thank you very much indeed. And we move on to lot number 129 is the Howardina Pindell from 1971. Thank you very much indeed. Showing here behind me from 1971. I'm going to start the bidding here at $400,000, at $450,000, $500,000, $550,000, $600,000. Thank you, David. At $600,000 and selling to you, Sarah, at $600,000. $650,000. Thank you, Nicole. $700,000. It's back with David again at $700,000 on my left-hand side. Nicole Schloss, $750,000 now. With Nicole again at $750,000, $800,000. It's with David. $850,000. It's in a new place now with David Galpert at $850,000. $900,000. $950,000. Give me $1 million. At $950,000. Nicole, say $1 million, please. $1 million. Here at $1 million. Ahead of you now. Give me one, please. At $1 million. $1,100,000. $1 million. At 1-1. David? At $1,100,000. It's here with Nicole at $1,000,001. It's against you, David, here. And selling it at $1,100,000. Anyone else? At $1,100,000. Here it is. Nicole's bidder at $1,000,001. Fair warning. And selling at $1,100,000. Thank you very much indeed. It's paddle number 113. And lot number 130 is the next work by Lucio Fontana. Fabulous Tagli, cut, painting, fantastic work from an esteemed, important European private collection of the highest order. From 1965, the water paint on canvas showing on the easel here behind me. Thank you so much. I'm going to start the bidding here at $3,400,000, $3,500,000, $3,600,000 now, $3,600,000, $3,700,000, $3,800,000 with David, $3,900,000. Thank you, madam, at $3,900,000. It's in the room at $3,900,000. At $3,900,000. You bidding further back at $3,900,000. At $3,900,000. Ladies bid at $3,900,000. Anybody else? Here it is at $3,900,000. It's the lady here in a distinctive red top at $3,900,000. Thank you, madam. It's your bid at $3,900,000. And against you, David, at $3,900,000. $4 million is bid. Try two. $4,100,000. Here at $4,100,000. $4,200,000. $4,300,000. At $4,300,000. There it is, at $4,300,000. Ladies bid. Carly, we coming in at $4,300,000. It's with you, madam, here at $4,300,000. In the room still at $4,300,000. It's against you all at $4,300,000. There it is. I'm going to sell it. Against you on this side of the room. Ladies bid at $4,300,000. She's in the aisle there. 5 rows back at $4,300,000, madam. Wonderful painting. I'm selling it to you. Fair warning at $4,300,000. Thank you. It's paddle number 2137. At 4-3. And lot number 131 is the fabulous late Ad Reinhardt, the abstract painting from 1959, signed, titled, dated 1959, variously inscribed on the backing board, of course, from 1959, this fabulous object here. And I'm starting the bidding here at $1,100,000, $1,200,000, $1,300,000 now, $1,300,000. At $1,300,000, $1,400,000. At $1,400,000. At $1,400,000. Any more? $1,400,000. $1,500,000. Thank you, Alex. At $1,500,000. Your bid, sir. And selling the lot at $1,500,000. On the telephone here with Alex Branchik at $1,500,000. It's with you, sir. At $1,500,000. And selling at $1,500,000. There it is. $1,500,000. At $1,500,000. Fair warning. It's with Alex Branchik. I'm selling the lot against you, madam, at $1,500,000. Thank you, Alex. Paddle number 140. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And we move on, of course. Lot number 132 is the wonderful portrait of Gerald Malanga. Thank you, Gerald, also for coming in to talk to us about this wonderful painting from 1969, the Alice Neel, widely exhibited in the recent Alice Neel retrospective in London, at the Barbican, I think also in New York, and in Paris, of course, 1969. And we're going to start the bidding at 1,200,000, 1,300,000, 1,400,000, at 1,400,000, 1,500,000, at $1,500,000. Anyone else at 1,500,000? At 1,500,000, 1,600,000 now. At 1,600,000, 1,700,000. At 1,750,000. It's your bid, David. At 1,750,000. There it is. At 1,750,000. At 1,750,000 with David Schroeder, I can sell, of course, at $1,750,000. Lisa, what have we got? At 1,750,000. Want to give me 8? At 1,750,000. David Schroeder's bidder at $1,750,000. I'd love to take 8 from you, madam. At 1,750,000. At 1,750,000. Thank you, David. It hits here. Anyone else, madam? You want to come in? At $1,750,000. I'm selling it here with David now. Come on, Lisa. Let's try 1.8. Give me 8. Great portrait. A++ portrait from Alice Neal. Shall I have a word? At 1,750,000. What about it? At 1,750,000. Thank you, David. We are selling it here at $1,750,000. Lisa, make it worth my while. Come on, let's say 8. It's really good, this picture. Lucius, can you have a word, please? At 1,000,000. 1.8. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. At 1,000,008. It's like extracting teeth. My goodness, at 1,800,000. David, you want to say 50, please? At 1,000,008. Thank you, Lisa. At $1,800,000. I'll take 50. At 1,000,008. It's Lisa's taking it home, I think, at 1,000,008. And a wonderful painting it is. At $1,800,000. Thank you, Lisa. 173. Thank you. Congratulations. And lot number 133 is the Purple Range, 1966, the Roy Lichtenstein coming around on the easel here, of course. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $1,900,000, at $1,900,000, $2 million now, $2,100,000, at $2,100,000, $2,200,000, $2,300,000. Thank you, Greg. At $2,300,000, it's here on my right. My esteemed colleague, Gregoire Billot, $2,400,000 is in a new place with Barmy now, at $2,400,000. Take 50 at $2,400,000. It's against you here. When are you coming in at $2,400,000? $2,500,000 is in a new place. $2,800,000. Thank you, Barmy, at $2,800,000 now. At $2,800,000. Say $3 million, please. At $2,800,000. Barmy's bidder at $2,800,000. Next bid's going to be 3 at $2,800,000. Still with you, Barmy, at $2,800,000. There it is, at 2.8. At $2,800,000 now. Looking for 3 at $2,800,000. Still with Barmy at $2,800,000. At $2,800,000. You want a bid, madam, in the room at $2,800,000. Next bid was 3. You want to say 3 at $2,800,000. Against you here at $2,800,000. Say one more. $3 million now. At $3 million, still with Emma Baker at $3 million here. At $3 million. I'm going to sell the work, and it's against you here at $3 million for the Lichtenstein at $3 million. Anyone else? Emma, it's your bid at $3 million. Fair warning and selling for $3 million. Thank you, Emma. It's yours. Panel number 122. And lot number 134, another work by Wayne Thiebaud, this time The Shadow Streets, property of a distinguished West Coast collection. Shadow Streets here from 2002, and I'm starting the bidding at $1,900,000, or $1,900,000, $2 million now, $2,100,000, $2,200,000, $2,300,000, with David Galperin at $2,300,000, and selling at $2,300,000. There it is, at $2,300,000. And against you in the room, $2,400,000. Thank you, Brett Bentoff, at $2,400,000. Against you there. It's Brad's bidder at $2,400,000. Thank you, Brad, at $2,400,000. And against you, David, at $2,400,000 here on this side at $2,400,000. You want to say 5? At $2,400,000. Thank you, Brad. I'm selling it to you. Unless there's anybody else in the room coming in at $2,400,000. Madam, are you bidding? At $2,400,000. Selling it on this side at $2,400,000. $2,500,000. Thank you. At $2,500,000. 2.5. Say 6. 2,600,000. At 2.6. Try 7. We'll try 7. At 2,600,000. Remains on this side here at 2,600,000. Give me 50. At 2,600,000, it's here with Brad and selling for 2,600,000. The hammer is up. Last chance for 2,800,000. $2,600,000. Thank you, Brad. Panel number 148. 2,006,000. And lot number 135 is the Helen Frankenthaler Stretch from 1971, the penultimate lot of this evening's sale. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $1,200,000, at $1,200,000, $1,300,000, now $1,300,000 for the Frankenthaler at $1,300,000, at $1,300,000 now. Against you there, at $1,300,000. Anybody else at $1,300,000? At $1,300,000. At $1,300,000. Constanza, you coming in at $1,300,000 here. Give me a bit. $1,300,000. At $1,300,000. Anyone else at $1,300,000? 1-3. At $1,300,000. Carly, come in at $1,300,000 here. 1-3. Or Ottilie. One of the pair of you at $1,300,000. Say 4. At $1,300,000. At $1,350,000. At $1,350,000. At $1,350,000. Any more? $1,350,000. At $1,350,000. Fair warning, last chance. At $1,350,000. It's a pass at $1,350,000. And the last lot, ladies and gentlemen, is the Yayoi Kusama, the Pacific Ocean property from the collection of Alice Denny. Executed in 1958, the oil and canvas, of course, accompanied by a registration card issued by Yayoi Kusama Inc. Thank you very much indeed for your patience, and we are going to start the bidding here already with some interest at $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, and $900,000. At $900,000. At $900,000. $1 million. Thank you, Wendy. At $1 million. $1,100,000 now. $1,200,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $1,200,000. $1,200,000. I have you here. Who's saying 1.7? Thank you very much. At 1.8 is bid now. Thank you, Wendy. At 1,800,000. 1,900,000. Thank you so much. At $1,900,000. $2 million. Thank you, Wendy. It's at $2 million. At $2 million. Want to give me 2.2? At $2 million here on the telephone, it's Wendy's bidder at $2 million. $2,200,000. It's Madam Lady's bid at $2,200,000. Camilla, you coming in at $2,200,000? Here at $2,200,000. Wendy, give me 4, please. At $2,200,000. There it is at $2,200,000. Say 4. At $2,200,000. I'm looking for 4 from you, please. At $2,200,000. Ladies' bid. It's here on the second row at $2,200,000. Say one more at $2,200,000. Wonderful painting at $2,200,000. $2,300,000. Thank you, Max. It's in a new place at $2,300,000. And against you on this side, it's against you, Wendy, at $2,300,000. Max Moore's bidder, $2,400,000. Thank you, Wendy, at $2,400,000. You're coming in again at 2.5, $2,500,000. Thank you. It's back in the room and it splits the pair of you at $2,500,000. Ladies bid in the room here. 2.6 is in another new place. Thank you. Lots of bidding, deep bidding here on the Kusama, the early picture, at $2,600,000. This time from Alejandro Rossetti. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you. At 2.6, give me 7, madam. 2.7 is bid. Yes. At $2,700,000. Say 8. At $2,700,000. The ladies bid here at $2,700,000. I need 8 from you. At $2,700,000. Here it is. $2,800,000 is bid now. At $2,800,000. Try 9. At $2,800,000. Who's bidding? $2,900,000. Thank you, madam. At $2,900,000. When do you want to round it up, please? At $2,900,000. Still with a lady here at $2,900,000. I need 3 from you at $2,900,000. $3 million. Thank you, Alejandra. Can we stretch to 2, madam? At $3 million. Need 2 from you at $3 million now. At $3 million, still with Alejandra. 3.2. 3.1. At $3,100,000. Give me 2. At $3,100,000. There it is. Ladies bid at $3,100,000. Max come in again at $3,100,000. Don't be a stranger at 3.1. Anybody on this side at $3,100,000? Camilla, were you out? At $3,100,000. Still here in the room at $3,100,000. It's against you, Alejandro. It's against you, Wendy. At $3,100,000. I'm selling it here at $3,100,000. Max. Come in at 2 at $3,100,000. 3.2. Thank you, Max. At $3,200,000. At $3,200,000. It's against you still here at $3,200,000. 3,250. Is that what you're saying? Yep. At $3,250,000. At $3,250,000. Ali, it's in the room again at $3,250,000. At $3,250,000. Lady seated at $3,250,000. I'm going to sell it this time. Anybody else? At 3,250,000. It's the last lot of this evening's sale. 3.3. Thank you, Max. Want to give me 50? It's here at 3.3 with Max Moore. Try 50. 3.3. Yes, $3,350,000. Max? Happy to take 3.5 from you, sir, if you'd like to give me that bid, that one step. At 3,350,000 now, against you now. Yes, 3.5. Thank you. 3.4. Okay, got to try. At 3,400,000. At 3,400,000. Madam. At 3,400,000. Want to give me 50? At 3,400,000. Kathleen, are you coming in? No? At 3,400,000. Say 50, madam. At $3,400,000. Here it is, at 3,400,000. 3,450,000. Max, give me 5, sir. At 3,450,000. It's in the room again at 3,450,000. Thank you, madam. Persistent bidding at 3,450,000. 3.5. Thank you, Max. At 3,500,000. Anybody else coming in at 3,500,000? Madam, you want to give me 50? 3,550,000, we say? It's all about you and him at the moment at 3,500,000. Give me 50, please. At 3,500,000. 3,550,000. Thank you so much. At 3,550,000. And again, Max, against you this time. At 3,550,000. It's in the room at 3,550,000. And I think that's drawing to a close here at 3,550,000. It's the last chance. The hammer is up, Max. 3.6 is bid. 3,600,000. Want to try 50? Yes, no? What do you want to do? At 3,600,000. Want to say 50? It's here at 3,600,000. It's not like we have dinner plans, don't you worry, it's okay. At 3,600,000. At 3,600,000, here on Max's telephone, want to give me 50? 3,600,000 is the last chance. 3,700,000, thank you, madam, at $3,700,000. 3.7. 3.7. Maximilian, what would you like to do, sir? At 3.7. Give me 8. So ladies' bids, 3.8. Thank you very much indeed. 3.8. Right, you want to say 9? 3,800,000. It's here with Max at $3,800,000. Try 9. 3.8. Anybody else? No. What bid, sir? At 3.8. It's here with Max, madam. What are we going to do? I think from going on, we're going to have to put Kusama as the last lot forever. This is great. 3,800,000. You want to say 9? Early Kusama is rocking at the moment at 3,800,000. Are you sure? Last chance. And selling. Thank you for your patience and thank you for your bidding. For 3,800,000, Max, it's your bid and selling. Last chance for $3,800,000. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. Paddle number 114. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings this evening's proceedings to a close. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Please join us on Wednesday evening, of course, for the Modern and Impressionist sale, as well as the Contemporary Art Day sale tomorrow, beginning here at 9 a.m. and for the day sales also concluding on Thursday. And with that, we wish you a very good night. Thank you so much.